the tutors, everyone. Please put your hands together for our fun duo of toot toot horns. Woo! Woo! If you get to come to the showcase on Fridays, Contagious, there will be 3 of them, and they've been impressive. They've been doing covers of Taylor Swift, Shake It Off, and Billy, her last name's like blanking. Elish is Bad Guy. So they're really cool. You can follow the tutors on Facebook. Anywho, I'm Brooke Barcel. Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Hi. I'm from Omaha, Nebraska, from where the Backline is, but I have a lot of people here from all over. So will you just unmute your mics and say, in randomish orders where you're from?
Bangor, Maine.
Toronto.
Chicago.
Currently in Poland, of all places.
Las Vegas.
Chicago.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much. I love a little bit of chaos. I love it. It's like there's just something really cool that starts to happen in the midst of chaos. If you study if you study the chaos theory, I know there's 69s in there. Just in the math. And I think in the logistics of it all, because it's about equality. I hold this mic up for decoration purposes. That's why I'm not really talking into it. I'll just set it down. We've been doing open mics online every week, every Tuesday since March. And we have gotten just the really most raddest crew I think I could ever put together from all over, like you kind of just heard. I'm going to tell a couple jokes really fast, and then we're going to let them. They're going to go nuts. We're going to bomb the internet with joy and laughter and silly. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. Okay. So I don't know if this is my crowd or not, but I'm like a Whole Foods shopper. I've been a Whole Foods shopper for a long time. No one else, maybe. Y'all like kale smoothies? Kale? I'll drink kale. I'll cook kale. I'll massage kale. Oh, but back to Whole Foods and their produce. Whole Foods has changed recently. Like I even worked there for a while, and I'm going to be honest, like it was kind of my safe space. Like I could go there and I could journal, and I knew like I'm with a certain kind of caliber of people, right? That are shopping there, the bougies. We're humble about it, but like, so now like Amazon bought Whole Foods. I don't know if you've been there recently, but there are Amazon shoppers now. So I don't know if the boy that's reaching for the kale, if he's even going to massage it later, He could just be picking it out for somebody else. So I don't think I'm going to meet my future wife there. It's just, I guess they even get complaints because they're like trying too hard. They're working too fast. They're just focused on their list. They're not even like, they probably don't even know what organic means. This is a very new joke. I'll work it out. But are you all ready to have a whole lot of fun tonight?
Yeah.
All right, we've got, I don't know, a lot of comedians, and they're all hilarious. We've got Daniel on deck. He's been here before. Woo! Our first comedian, she's here all the time. She is almost like in my room. She's like, just like really, really a part of my heart, a part of my world, like a second mom. She has a show called Is It Hot in Here? January 15th. Check it out. Ira, our lady Ira is going to be on the show. And Desiree, I saw that. And a whole bunch of other awesome comedians. So check that out. But right now, please put your hands together for Trish Sullivan.
I have a great recipe for kale. It starts with 4 strips of bacon.
Yeah.
It's kind of healthy. That's my health food recipe. So I was raised Irish Catholic, not the crazy kind of Catholic. I was raised a social justice Catholic. We were concerned with things like the death penalty and workers' rights and racism, and not so much focused exclusively on abortion and tithing. This is something I never heard of. This was, I thought, a Protestant thing. And in my house that I grew up in, that's a bad thing. So we didn't do that. Although my parents did give plenty of money to the church, don't get me wrong. They put 7 kids through Catholic grade school and high school. So there was quite a bit. But like I said, I was in the kind of the cool Catholics. They taught us sex ed in both grade school and high school. They taught me about all the birth control devices and methods that were in existence when I was in high school, which is pretty cool. Of course, at the end of it, they were like, don't have sex till you're married and don't do birth control because those are both sins. So it was a little inconsistent in the messaging, but at least they tried. I've been thinking about being Catholic a lot lately. I am no longer Catholic, but I realized recently, partly because of my friend Brooke, that being Catholic is a lot like being a cheerleader.
Okay.
There's a lot of words and movements that are supposed to be done together. Lean to the left, lean to the right. In the name of the Father and the Son. So I've been working on this, like this is a brand new joke. This is the first time I've told it to any other people, but I've been working on lean to the left, lean to the right, stand up, sit down, or kneel down, pray, pray, pray. I also looked up on, I was looking at other cheers because I haven't been a cheerleader since shortly after the surface of the earth cooled. But I found one that I think would be really good and could be adapted for religious people. And that is, we've got the Holy Spirit. Yes, we do. We've got the Holy Spirit. How about you? No? Okay. Well, this is what open mics are for, to try new jokes.
Woo!
Woo!
I don't know who goes on their knees more, cheerleaders or Catholic girls. There's so much there. That's so fun. I love it. One more round of applause for Trish Sullivan.
Trish, have you seen Kathleen Madigan?
Hit her up in the DMs or on the live chat. We're gonna keep going. On deck is Desiree Walsh, our next comedian. He's fantastic. He is in Poland now, but says it's complicated. If by any chance any of you grew up internationally, his podcast, Third Culture Talks, is for you. Right now, please put your hands together for Daniel.
Yes.
Hello. Yes. Hi, Brooke. Do you know how to pronounce my name yet, by the
I know
way?
how to say Daniel.
That's cool. I'm down with that. So in case you didn't realize, my name is Vietnamese. That means my family escaped Vietnam to go to America looking for freedom. And now I'm the one who escaped America. So I don't know if it's good timing or not yet, though. So, you know. Granted, I did it like 10 years ago, so I guess I did it before it was cool. People have asked me in this past year, like, Dad, why don't you go back? You know, like, you're a citizen. They'll take care of you. Right?
No.
Guys, $600 my ass, right?
Right.
Now, I started out with this journey the last 10 years, mainly in Switzerland. I really fell in love with the country, but it's a little difficult to stay there. Outside of getting married, the only way to move there long term is to get a job. And they have to prove that no one local can do whatever it is that you're going to do.
Oh, wow.
So I looked at the German speaking world around me at the time, and I decided to be a comedian. And see how that worked out. I moved to Indonesia after that. People warned me before going that it would be maybe a little dangerous for people like me. You know, the traffic there is pretty terrible. It's a Muslim country, so you know there's this whole religious month targeting people like me. You know, it's called Ramadan. I recently moved to Poland, and it's been pretty nice. They love Americans here. There isn't an Irish bar anywhere in this town, but there are 3 restaurants with stars and stripes on them. It's not even like there's oil here, guys. I still meet people here whose like big dream is to go to California one day. don't have the heart to tell them the truth about it. Still learning Polish. It's a difficult language, and in this town, there's like very few people who speak English. But I did run into a nice lady in my building. Saw me. She's like, "Oh," she was asking me where I was from. I didn't get it, but she was like, "Oh, Korea, Japan," and I was like, "America," and she's like, "Oh, America, cool, Dallas, Pittsburgh," and I was like, "Yeah, Houston, Texas," and she was like, "Ah, Cowboys, lasso," and this was a really nice energy, and I thought the only thing I can say is, yeah, barbecue, tacos, freedom. And a culture exchange was achieved. Thank you very much for your time.
Woo! You can tell when someone has like a 5-minute bit and we only got to hear 3 minutes of it. But that's how this mic works, right? Please put your hands together one more time for Daniel.
Yes.
Is it
Thank you.
Gian? Nope. Okay. Anywho, on deck is Haley Hackett, our next comedian. I heard her little laugh and she just warms my heart. I told her when I met her, I'm like, you filled a part of my heart I didn't even know I needed filled. She's delightful. She's from Toronto, Ontario, and Canada. Please put your hands together for the most delightful Desiree Walsh.
Hi. I did like that Ramadan joke. It took me a bit to get it. I am Canadian, and I'm really liking doing Zoom mics with Americans because I'm learning so much stuff about America. You guys have more tasty snacks than I think any other country in the world. You have more Pop-Tart flavors than I have ever seen. You are the inventors of Fruit Loops donuts, and I think that is commendable. But I do find it fascinating that you have all these wonderful snacks and no health care. I feel like that's very gaslighting as a country to have all these wonderful snacks and not have universal health care, because it's the story should be like, have a snack, if anything bad happens we'll fix ya, not we have all these tasty snacks but watch out because if anything bad happens it'll ruin your life and your family's life. Yeah. I learned from another American comic that if you don't have insurance in the United States, an ambulance is $3,400. That's a lot of money. In Ontario, which is the province I live in, province is Canadian for state. They decided in about 1990 to charge us $45 for an ambulance ride.
Wow.
And people were livid that the government would have the audacity to charge us, the people, $45. I remember I was little and I got injured and my mom was like, I think we should call an ambulance. And my dad was like, no, I'll be damned if I'm paying $45 for a child to go to the hospital. Put her in the back of the car. I'll drive real fast. I have a funeral sticker. It'll be all right. And then I learned that in the States, best case scenario, if you have a baby, it's going to run you $10,000. And I don't think that's fair at all, because having children is bad enough. Why do we have to punish people with debt? What? I think if anything, the government should pay the American people to take the babies out of the hospital. I did not write any new jokes over the holidays, and it's very apparent. Thank you. I've been Desiree Walsh.
Yeah, and the sweetest of voice, just, that's really messed up that our society is like that. Big Pharma making all the money and we're just eating the snacks.
Oh, wow.
Michael Cooper is on deck. Our next comedian is from LA. She has a podcast, Good Talk, Good People, and she's actually one of the best people, maybe. She's awesome. Please put your hands together right now for Haley Hackett.
Oh my gosh, you like warmed my heart. Hi everyone. So I found out yesterday that I am indeed a love addict. And I have some mixed feelings about it because one, a crippling addiction to other people. But on the other hand, y'all, I have a brand now, like I can dig into something. Like this is my start, And I don't know, like I'm just gonna lean into the whole thing. Like I got a dog recently. Oh, she's really okay. We just got her today, so she's very but now like more people will like swipe me on Tinder, and that's exciting. I'm bragging. But I did foster this dog, and yes, I'm a hero. All my friends think I'm a hero. She hates the laughter. But I don't know if you guys can hear her. She's barking. But I think it's really weird that I'm like such a good person when I foster an animal, but when I try to find a boyfriend in a local jail, it's suddenly unethical. It's the same. You walk in, they're all in cages. You can peruse that every single one of them has a story. You can figure that out. And they always tell you their name, even though you already have one picked out for them in your head. You can even honestly, you can even have like playtime. It's just called sabbatical visit. Like the only difference, honestly, is the wait time and the fee. I really believe that. It's the only difference. But I did find a boyfriend kind of that way. Whatever, it doesn't matter. And it's nice, but there are some red flags. I've never gone skiing, so I don't really care. And the thing is, here, I'm concerned he might be gay. Like, I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm concerned he might be gay. And I'll tell you why. He just keeps dropping gay little hints for me. Like we were in bed the other day, just tiny things. And he said, like, I was being polite, and I said, "Baby, I love your cock." Polite. I think that's what you're supposed to do in bed. Word for word. I read a manual. And then he said, "I love your cock too." Just small gay. I also haven't written over the holidays, but it's okay, guys. Yeah, I'm Haley Hackett. Thank you all so much.
Hey.
Oh, keep it going for Haley Hackett. Follow her on Instagram. Don't follow her down the street. That's creepy. I won't let your boyfriend know about any of those new jokes.
Very aware.
Oh. Good. Okay, on deck now is Carly, our next comedian. He's kind of a bird of his own flock. Would that be bird of I don't know what I was gonna say. He's fun. He's from Bangor, Maine. He says love and happiness. So put your hands together for Stephen Douglas.
Yeah.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So good to be here again. There's always so much great talents on this this show. I really like coming here. So today's word of the day is legs. Let's spread the word, make somebody happy. So I know 2020 has been a real suck year, and hopefully this one will be better. So this is something that's been getting on my nerves a little bit this year and this past year, and I just wanted to kind of bring it out there and see if you guys got the same thought as I do. This whole contactless thing, wherever you go, it's contactless carry out delivery and contactless curbside and all this. Now, if I'm wrong, correct me, but wouldn't that mean the fucking robots are delivering the pizza for fast food? I sure as hell ain't seen no R2D2 show up at my house with any kind of pizza I've ever delivered or ordered. It's just something to think about. And the other thing is this whole 6 feet away. Now, I don't know if you guys realize this, but it's an airborne pathogen. 6 feet under is where you're going to be if you believe that 6 feet away is going to keep you safe. I don't get it. The virus is 10 feet away, and as it gets closer, it goes, oh, we can't touch that guy. He's 6 feet away from us now. I mean, that's just crazy. That's just something to think about. So the other day, I heard this crazy story about this fella. He robbed a Home Depot, and he jumped in his car and he started to outrun the cops. And he had so much of a lead. He ran out of gas. He pulled into the gas station, went in, paid for the gas, pumped the gas, jumped back in his car, and he started to drive away. As far as I know, he got away, and they haven't found the guy yet. Now, can we say this is a Hollywood movie in the making? It must have been Barney Fife there chasing him on horseback. How the hell do you outrun a cop far enough to get gas? I mean, that's just crazy. The other day, I went to the store and I went in the bakery and I seen a sign that read, "What can the magic of cake do for you?" Well, ladies, let me tell you, it can take your nice pear-shaped rear end and turn it into a pumpkin. You won't be Cinderella anymore. You know what I'd like to do for fun?
What?
I like to go around my house and I like to lower down the pictures just so when me and my wife take pictures, we look taller, you know. We can't do it by the sink because, you know, they'll think the little people don't know how to hang pictures. But speaking of little people, I think I'm going to jump on that suing bandwagon everybody's doing and sue the city where I live. They building the sidewalks too high. Every time I step off the curb, I bump my ass. Well, that's been about my time. I want to thank you all again. It's been great. You guys are fantastic. Thank you very much. Nice to hear those laughs. Thank you.
Woo, there's a lot of silly in here. Wow, not everybody's fun. Very, very different. Woo. I don't know. I don't have my heater on. I think it's just hot in this VR room, this virtual. It's not virtual reality. This is our real reality, right? This is real. Anywho, okay, I won't get too deep on the realities and stuff. That was fun. Thank you, Stephen. Good to have you here. On deck now is Johnny Bello. Our next comedian is from New York City. She's very, very funny. Please put your hands together for Carly Montag.
For someone who still wears sports bras from middle school, I am very supportive. I love being helpful. Sometimes I can be a little too helpful. Like, I feel like if I was a Jew in the Holocaust, I would go searching for food and pass a Nazi and be like, but you also look very hungry. No, that's fair. Okay. That is fair. I am Jewish. I survived the Holocaust. It's fine. Where do I want to go from here? Let's go. I don't fit into most of my clothes. It's because I manifest my stress in various types of eating. Either I eat too much because I'm so stressed, or I don't eat at all because I'm too stressed.
Yes.
Right? So my closet is just divided into two sides. It's the too stressed side and the so stressed side. So my pants are now either too small or too big. Middle of my closet is completely empty. There's no normal size clothes. The middle of the closet is just a flyover state. Like, sometimes I'm in California, sometimes I'm in New York. I'm never in Iowa. I fall asleep a lot, usually when it's not time to be sleeping. I'm a terrible road trip buddy. If you want to know when the next turn is, don't ask me. I will be sleeping. I don't have narcolepsy, but I do have carcolepsy. I fall asleep during movies a lot. I've seen a lot of beginnings of movies, a lot of ends of movies, not so many middles of movies. I like to call the middles of movies Iowa. Fly right over them to the end. I know that the Titanic ship. I know that the Titanic sinks, but I'm not really sure why. That's my time. Thank you so much.
Woo! One more time for Carly. Thank you. I love your closet talks, all your closet stuff. I do have similar size issues with the really small clothes and the really big clothes. So if we got together, either we would match or we would all not have any Iowa clothes. Woo, I'm having fun. This is awesome. This is really, really great. All of y'all are funny so far. And if you're not, it's an open mic. We're trying new stuff. I want you to try new stuff. Even if you try your old stuff, it's still fun. But we're having fun, yeah? Yeah. Okay. Foot out of mouth. On deck now is Angus, our next comedian. He's been here before, and I'm telling you, you need to watch the screen. I don't know what to expect, but it's always wild. Please put your hands together for Johnny Bello.
Thank you, Brooke. I gotta say, Brooke, I love your energy. It's so infectious. It's so joyful. And, I really gotta just give props to Haley tonight, just sharing about relationships. This last year, I felt a lot of loneliness, and I was looking back a lot. I really missed my ex-girlfriend, Mexican. Really, it was not the best relationship. Not very good communication. She had very expensive tastes. Really, I was miserable, but she was hot, and I just keep like I'm way above my league, and especially Latina. So what I did, and I know this is really strange, but I got this doll, and I dressed her up to look like my ex. And I want to go ahead and it's really helped me a lot to just get through COVID and the loneliness. And I want to introduce her to her now. We speak Spanish and all. Paulita, ven, por favor. Quisiera presentarte a esta gente muy amable. Ese es el grupo de comedia de que te hablé. I think she's gorgeous. My nephew saw her and he goes, dude, she's scary. I don't know, her eyes are weird. And I said, those are the black Latino eyes. I think she's gorgeous. We hang out together. We like to watch movies. I don't know if you've ever seen Lars and the Real Girl with Ryan Gosling. Do you see the picture? But we watched it the other night, and we both loved it. It was hilarious. We love to dance together. She's a very good salsa dancer. Check it out. It helps pass the time. Now, guys, I want to address the elephant in the room. I know what you're thinking. I'm not having sex with this doll. Okay? It's not my thing, but also, if you look, she's just a stick. So I couldn't if I even wanted to. But I love it. She talks Spanish to me, and it's like, pinche güero cabrón, solo porque eres educado tienes dinero, te crees que eres un chingón, pero sabes que no eres nada, no eres una mierda, which is exactly like what my ex would say. And by the way, that wasn't like I love you and believe in you. But remember I talked about her eyes? And check it out. This is the part I really like when she does this, like before we go to bed.
Jesus.
Isn't that sexy? Anyway, I'm Johnny Bello. That's my time, guys. Thanks for letting me share.
All right, put your hands together for Johnny and his scary but kind of sexy doll toy girlfriend. I mean, okay. On deck is Tyler Fowler, our next comedian. Very, very special. I think you'll enjoy them very, very much. Please put your hands together for Angus.
Yeah. Oh yeah, shit. Yo, what up, Brooke? Oh yeah, baby. Yo, everyone. My name is Angus. Here's my beef. Oh wait, hold on a second. All my girlfriends are here. Oh yeah, babies. Oh yeah, all my babies. Go. Okay, I gotta be Frank and I gotta be John. I got married over the weekend. Okay, I haven't gotten married yet, but I did propose to two ladies. Where'd they go? We got my future bride to be, Brooke Barcel. Oh yeah, shit, yes. Say hi to that butt baby. And then we got my other wife. Where is she? Trish Sullivan. Okay, yeah, she's mad at me right now. Anyway, yeah. Okay, Brooke and Trish, before our wedding, I just wanna read you guys a love letter I wrote both of you about 5 minutes ago. Okay, so yeah, okay, shit, yeah, okay, hold on a second. Where'd my dick go? Okay, I found it. Okay. All right, yo, Brooke and Trish, I love you, Brooke and Trish. I love you more than I love my balls. Yeah. That's a lot. Brooke and Trish, I love you too more than dinosaurs love exploding. Yeah, isn't that right, man? Isn't that right? I love you that much. Brooke and Trish, I love you more than boners love pecan pies. Yeah. I love you more than I loved NSYNC's Christmas CD. Oh man, that shit's good. Yeah. I love you more than Lorena Bobbitt loves scissors. Oh yeah. I love you more than I love SSRIs. Yeah. Oh yeah. I see my side piece KJ is saying something in the chat. Listen, KJ, I have special thoughts for you as well. We'll say that for you another time, my baby, my love. Okay, we only got about 30 more seconds. Brooke and Trish, I love you more than I love throwing birds out the window and watching them not fall. Okay. And then let's see. I love you more than I love eating crunch berries when I'm naked. I love you more than I love blowing bubbles out my butt, and Brooke and Trish more than anything. I love you more than that thing Ace Ventura does when he talks out of his butt. Okay, thank you guys very much. My name is Angus. Goodbye.
I love you more than that. That was amazing. That's so beautiful. I just feel so loved right now. I feel validated. I feel understood. I think I love you more than I love massaging kale.
I love you almost as much as bacon.
Whoa. Whoa. I think everyone loves Angus. One more round of applause for Angus. I read a quote today that's like stand-up comedy is a group of people having, I'm paraphrasing the quote, but like having a conversation at the same time with a lunatic, with a complete lunatic. So that's us. Woo, we got more. All right, on deck is Michael Clare, our next comedian from Chicago. Please put your hands together for Tyler Fowler.
Oh, thank you, Brooke. Wow, you guys. Yeah, just real quick before I get started, does anyone know what the fuck is going on? I am so confused after the last. I was like, I thought this was the comedy open mic, and then after Johnny and Angus, I was like, this is a cult meeting for sure. Well, when do we start with the virgin blood, everybody? Huh? Everybody got theirs? Okay, good. Okay. Oh man, I realized recently that like everyone goes like each president kind of has their own idea for like how they want to lead the country. I feel the same way about how like all of my exes have been over the course of my life, and I talk about them the same way. Like I'll look at old pictures of me, and I'm like, oh, look at that ugly shirt. That is for sure the Ashley administration. Yeah, Did not vote for her second term, but between her and my mom, she had the votes. So good for her. She got to stick around. But like, if you see any picture ever of me wearing plaid, I'm like, ooh, those are the Susan years for sure. Yeah. She did not last her full term, but she did have to live in the house with me for 3 months after we both knew it was over. So that was for sure. Not a good situation, you know. Now I'm like, oh, then came Liz term 1. Yeah, she lobbied hard for me to go back to school, but I filibustered her, so it was not agreeing to that. But you know, no, but when I tried to break up with her, apparently she does not negotiate with terrorists. I don't know. It wasn't a good situation. Like a Facebook memory will pop up of me with a terrible haircut. And I'm like, ooh, that's the Melissa regime for sure. She was a wartime leader, more of a dictator, really, if we're thinking about it. I hated her, but she won the popular vote. She fucked all my friends, so she. But instead of like presidential libraries or like an airport named after them, they're just immortalized by like a scrunchie left in my apartment. That's just all that they're gonna get. You know? I talk about relationships the same way as I like presidential administrations. I'm like, look, the first 100 days is going to be crucial. Okay, are you going to win over public opinion? Are you going to be able to solve all the problems that the last people left behind? I mean, really, it's a mess over here. But the worst is like periods of my life when I was single. It's pure anarchy. It's like, oh, you thought a mattress on the floor was a good idea? That's an anarchist position for sure. This is a bad idea. You guys are right. The end part isn't a joke about. We're working on it together, and that's nice. I realize I don't like guns, but not really for any political reason. I just don't like confrontation. Like over the summer, I got mugged, and one of my friends was like, "Don't you think that would have ended differently if you were carrying a gun?" I'm like, yeah, he would have also gotten a gun. Now this guy has my phone, my wallet, and 2 guns. What we wanted at all. I do think that gunmen is going to be the last term that we need to find a gender neutral alternative for. It's almost always going to be a gunman. I mean, if we're looking at the statistics, it's not, the numbers aren't good. I also think no one's ever going to correct you on that. No one's going to be like, actually, we should run for our lives because there's a gun person loose in the office. Okay. Gun person just doesn't sound as threatening. If someone's like, oh my God, there's a gun person here. That's only scary if you're at like an antique show. Then that's it. All right, that's it for you guys. I'm Tyler. Thanks.
Yeah, Tyler, fuck you.
Woo! Wow. I'm having a good time. That was hilarious. We are a small cult. Well, we're gonna get big. It's cool. KJ's like, what? Yeah, it's maybe not. Maybe I need to look up what a cult means again just to be sure. But I am your charismatic leader. Hello. On deck is Stephanie. One of the first people that is their first time here tonight. Okay, I have 6, I think, and Stephanie is one of them. Okay, so for Michael Clare, I get to say this. I'm gonna do it as best as I can. Bawa da bang bang diddy shake the booty, said up jump the boogie. Yeah. Bawata daba dang bang bang bitty diddy shake the boogie, said up jump the boogie. My name is Brooke. Whoop, whoop. And the next comic is Michael James. Bye.
So yeah, the idea is the big Kid Rock intro. It's like, what if the MC had like the crowd stopping Kid Rock intro? Like, all right, like, yeah, so that's me. Here's the next guy. Thank you for indulging me, Brooke. Thank you for the mic. So I'm a huge fan of the Adopt a Highway program. I think that it's great to, you know, some roads have had bumpier roads in life than other, whatever. And it's nice that they're getting a good home and a good person. But my favorite Adopt a Highway sign is right down the road. I see it every day. It's the normal adopted by. It says Hummingbird Insurance. It has a question mark at the end. As if to say, like, this highway is adopted by Hummingbird Insurance. Or maybe Hummingbird Insurance is a deadbeat adopted highway father. So what's going on, Hummingbird Insurance? It takes a special someone to adopt a highway. It takes a very special someone to adopt a highway, abandon that highway, point where the state of North Carolina openly calls them out. The very same sign they used to promote their insurance company. Get it together, Hummingbird Insurance. People are talking. People are talking around the office. I heard Hummingbird Insurance has been seeing a town or seeing a road 2 towns over. Sheila said she saw Hummingbird Insurance picking up trash over there a couple weeks ago. Whatever. All right, that's it. You know what? This is when a lot of comics say, I'm going to give my time back to the room. I'm not going to do that. I've got almost a minute. I could thank Brooke. Brooke, by the way, I've got my biggest Backline open mic fails set. I'm working on that. That mostly you and kind of me have been responsible for, you know. How about this, guys? Fun fact. I love the digital screen. You never know what's going on behind the scenes. I'll break the fourth wall. It's just me hanging out here in my son's nursery. He just pooped himself. I got to change his diaper. So, I mean, he like, I'm not kidding about the poop. So if I had more than 20 seconds, you guys, it might get kind of shady as far as the legalities, but all right, let me change his diaper, but here he is.
How cute.
So
Brooke, I consider him our child. We've been close through all this, so he's, you know, you're part of the family. All right, guys, thanks for the rest of your night. 2 minutes to the 2 seconds back.
One more round of applause for Michael Clare. He always has something fun. He made a song for Anarchy, but it was about us for the Backline. Nick and I are doing we're gonna do a set swapping show on Valentine's Day for the Backline people. So for you people that are here all the time, either buddy up with somebody that you want to switch spots with, and like you would do their set, they'll do yours. It'll be on Valentine's Day, kind of like, you know, you want to swap spit and we want to swap sets. Yeah, on deck is Sukumar. Our next comedian's from Chicago. Please put your hands together for Stephanie Levy.
You gotta be kidding. It did not just freeze right now.
Oh, you're good.
On a roll. My video froze as I was being introduced, and I am following a baby. We're off to a great start. If the 20s are anything like my 20s, we're all gonna die. And we're not off to a great start, in case you haven't noticed. Like last year, we lost months on end to COVID lockdowns. When I was 20, I lost months on end to rehab for an eating disorder. The biggest difference really though is just the symptoms. Cause like with COVID, you don't taste anything. And with bulimia, you taste it twice. So now we're in 2021, 21, the year of the functioning alcoholic, obviously. Okay, side note, I know that we're all saying like, I can't wait to go back to the bars. Truth is, we're all going to lose our minds when we have to start paying bar prices for drinks again. Like I spent a year drinking my own bottle of Kirkland bourbon, and now you want $8 for a Jim Beam and soda? No, it's the same liquor from the same producer. Look it up. I'm not doing it. Then you get to 22. For me, I was, just out of college and ready to eat shit from the world in order to find my place in it. So I guess that's going to be the equivalent of concerts starting back up again, but like only Nickelback is touring. 23, I was fired from my first job, my first real world job. So spoiler alert, Biden's gonna die. 24 to 26. Those were honestly largely lost to a shitty, abusive relationship. So I would expect like MAGA coup or president/supreme leader Bezos during those 2 years or something. Okay, so here's the thing. From there, the rest of my 20s honestly were so messy. I don't know what the real world equivalent would be. Shout them out if you think of anything, okay? Seriously, because it was 27, divorced, 28, slutty, 29, graying, 30, Great Depression. Okay, 30 seconds. So I'm Jewish. My boyfriend is a Palestinian Muslim, and my parents are not talking to me. So far, we're making it work with a few quirks. Sex usually ends in a really heated debate over who came first. And the other day, I said I wanted to move into his apartment and got sanctioned by the UN. Thank you.
That was Stephanie Levy making her backline debut like a professional. She's even got the fancy stage in her background. I hope you come back. You're hilarious.
Thank you. Points to anybody who knows where I stole the stage from.
They probably know. But they're like, I'm not going to interrupt. Oh, that was fun. Like I tell anyone, you're welcome every week. You don't have to come here every week. I want you to take care of your mental health always. There's so many places to go, but you are always welcome. We're a big, happy family. And actually, the Backline's a real place in Omaha, Nebraska. And depending on how things going, they're going to plan a comedy festival on Labor Day if we're able. So that's a goal this year. Trip to Omaha, little reunion, rub elbows and such. Oh, I get to flip the page. On deck is Paula. If Paula made it, Paula might be here. Otherwise, Kenneth is on deck. One of the two. Next comedian, also first time here at the Backline from Denver, Colorado. Please put your hands together for Sukumar.
Thanks, Brooke. So one of the things that I always get criticized for is that my setups are too long. And so what I thought I'd do today is to do an experiment. So we'll try and figure out what's the appropriate amount of setup that's required for you to appreciate a joke. And in other words, how much intellectual effort you're willing to put in to connect a setup to a punchline. So basically what I thought we'd do is start with just the punchlines and then give more and more context as we go along. So let's start. I think first just the punchlines. What's a bummer? Honeymoon period. I went to the doctor with a backache, and he said you have a curved spine, but that's just a hunch. And I don't know how many of you are following this debate about who's the richest man in the world. Is it Jeff Bezos, or is it Bill Gates, or is it Jimmy Buffett's older brother Warren? The answer is it's none of them. I think the richest person has got to be Jesus. Okay, so just think about it. If Jesus saves, did I forget to say, think about it? If Jesus saves, think about 2,000 years at maybe 5% compound interest. So it's also not a good time to be brown in America. But one place I feel safe is on a stand-up stage, because I think the audience is always rooting for me to succeed, because I know what they're thinking. They're thinking, he's short, he's brown, he's got a beard. I hope he doesn't bomb on stage. But no, it's I was raised a Hindu, so I'm a peaceful guy. I do not have beef with anybody. So that's my set. Thank you.
Thank you. Would you mind pronouncing your last name for me? I'll try to remember it and say it again.
It's Vijay Raghavan.
Yeah, I knew it. But it's nice that I wanted to. All right. Is Paula? Okay, so on deck is KJ. Our next comedian is from Chicago. He's been here before. always making us laugh. Please put your hands together for Kenneth DeZone.
Oh.
Thanks, everyone. So I think we're at the point of human history when it's acceptable to eat in Chick-fil-A in public again. Just remember in 2012 when we had some closeted Chick-fil-A lovers? But now I feel like even gay organizations are catering from Chick-fil-A. To be fair though, like Chick-fil-A has progressed throughout the years. They don't have that homophobic president anymore. They don't donate to homophobic charities too. But they probably still underpay their migrant workers to massacre all their chickens. But not one organization could do everything. Plus, I feel like Chick-fil-A secretly knows that America doesn't care about labor and animal abuse as much as they do about gay rights. Yeah, that's my hot take. 'Cause if everyone did, like every restaurant would be canceled. Like I used to work with middle schoolers. Yeah, and one middle schooler told me that I made her wanna die because I told her to clean up after herself. So I told her, when you die, make sure you don't leave a mess. Yeah, I wish it was socially acceptable to bully middle schoolers. Like I could tell them that the new TikTok challenge is jumping off bridges. And they're gonna do it. They'd be famous. I'd be at peace. Everyone wins. To be fair though, when I was at their age, I joked about killing myself. It's that time in my life when I realized that I have power over my life. And life sucked. So killing myself would be a great mic drop. Obviously, I'm still alive, but I wish one day Congress passes a universal health care bill that includes assisted suicides, because the hospital could finally become a place where people go die on purpose. Thank you. That's my time.
Okay, I see where you went there. Better than them dying on accident because of malpractice suits and such. I did try to kill myself when I was 22 or 3, and I am very, 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 extremely, very, very glad that it did not work. Very glad every single day. It was a hard life for a while, but then I just really had to change a lot of things and fight for my thoughts, and it's not easy. I don't know. You brought it up. Anywho, I said I would talk about it for like a minute, and I think a minute was enough. Okay. Thank you, Kenneth, for the solid punchline on the end of that. Our next on deck, Gary, you are on deck. Your camera is off. There you are. Cool, cool, cool. Our next comedian, queen of radical comedy, kjwhitehead.com. Maybe not. I am KJ Whitehead on all this stuff. Please put your hands together right now for KJ Whitehead.
Hey, does anyone need a hug?
Yeah, let's do it. Come on.
All right. Okay. I ask because social distance talk. But yeah, I'm KJ. And yes, yesterday I celebrated my birthday. I just turned 29. I'm 29 years old. I'm young enough to like not be considered old, but old enough to hate other millennials. And that's perfect for me. I think that's perfect. I realize I am not old, but I am old enough to the point where, like, before the pandemic, I go to parties, and there are parties that I would go to where people sniff their drink before they taste it. I've never seen that before in my entire life. Here's what happened. I go to one party, I go into the kitchen, I'm talking to someone, and this someone is doing this. They're holding their cup like this underhand, so I knew whatever they were going to be saying, it was going to be amazing. So they said, well, my great-great-grandfather found a special taste in scotch back in the late 1800s that we still drink to this day. Well, you know, my uncle knows where to get the best crack on the south side of Chicago. That's not where this conversation was going at all, was it? No. What is your number? Tell me. Also celebrating my birthday, and also right before New Year's, I actually got my hands on hormones, so I'm starting hormone replacement therapy right now. Really happy about that. I can't wait to, and I'm posting nudes on Instagram, tasteful nudes. I cannot wait to keep doing that, and then to actually see my direct messages look like a barbecue with sausages on a grill. And not to respond to any of them. Well, I will say that I want to acknowledge that it's very important to talk about mental health. And me too, I have experienced thoughts of suicide, depression, PTSD, and currently I'm on antidepressants for the first time in over 10 years. And I will say this, that one of the reasons I'm on antidepressants right now as well is because I was under this impression, and still am to this day sometimes, that the world is a better place without me. And I know that sounds harsh, but case in point, I am one of 3 children. If I did not exist, my mother's vagina would still look fantastic. Good night, everyone. Burn everything. Fuck Donald Trump, and fuck the feelings of conservatives. Bye, everyone.
Yeah. Happy birthday. Oh, so cool. Oh, I'm glad y'all are here. I'm glad you're all alive. There's like just something really incredible inside of every one of you, and you get to share like a teeny tiny little bit with us, and there's just so much more. Some of y'all keep coming week after week, and I just get to see lots of it, and it's really, really cool. Sorry, I just needed that. That was awesome. On deck is Kirk. Kirk, you're on deck. Our next comedian, he's from Oakland, California. Please put your hands together for Gary Hughes.
All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I like to collect things. And my girlfriend likes that. I like to collect things. I like some collectible items. This is a Super 8 camera, like stuff like that. The Super 8 is cool. And then this is the con to collecting items. So I collect all these Playboys, but it's not really the pictures. It's more like the interviews. The interviews are pretty cool. Like, and I like the jokes. The jokes are pretty amazing, and it kind of made me want to be a comedian. I was like, yo, I didn't know I could express myself this way. And I realized I have a lot of in relation to the ladies. I was like, yo, I like horses too. I was like, hella cool, you know? I like horses as well. I will say one thing about this is that in the centerfold, I don't understand why they show me them as an adult, but then they show me their kid photos. I don't get the kid photos next to the adult photos. It's like, okay, I don't give a fuck that she played Penn and Teller on a donkey at 5 years old. That is not my problem. You know what I mean? I'm just here to read interviews and educate myself. All right. Take that, Carrot Top. Yeah, prop comedy. Prop comedy. Prop. Anyway, this is KJ. I'm a millennial as well. I was born in 1990, right? 30 years old, but I'm not part of the ass eating era, right? I'm not part of that. I never did it. But I've had it done to me. I've had it done to me once. Now I always ask people, it's like, yo, when it happens, people that do it frequently or get it done frequently, are you on your stomach or your back, right? Because the person, when they did it, my knees have never touched my forehead in my life. And they had me bent over back so far. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to get Bengay afterwards and some CBD oil. I was like, yo, this ain't pleasant. So I'm never doing that again. I may do it one day. Maybe if I could like put Kool-Aid on the butthole and like have like a different colored tongue, like play a game with it. You know what I mean? That's probably when I start that. When they put games on it, I start to do that. That'd be interesting if we all had different colored buttholes and that was how we identify one another. So if you see somebody with like a blue Jolly Rancher tongue, you'd be like, yo, you back with your ex? You back with your ex? I know my butthole red. And I know that ain't me. I don't know. This is what's been on my mind. this is stupid stuff. All right, that's all, man. Thank you so much, Brooke. Appreciate it. I'm Gary. Have a good one.
I was hoping for 15 more seconds of butthole talk, but keep it going for Gary Hughes.
He has to drink water.
Woo! Oh man. Okay. On deck now is Toy Too Tall, first timer. But first from Chicago, we're a big fan of Chicago. Eduardo Soto.
Woo! Thank you, Brooke. We gotta call it what it is. The backline from Chicago, not from Omaha, Nebraska. Real. I think like 80% of your comedians are from Chicago. You know? Shout out to all the comedians, everyone else. So I was going through some pictures from a camera. I was showing my cousin. He's like, man, you're so ancient. I'm like, bitch, I'm 40. I'm not 80. Calm down. Because I told him a camera was used, it was used to take pictures before, the phones got better at taking pictures. And I wanted to show him a couple pictures of like, I took some trips, and it's funny. We stumbled on some video that I shot when I went to South Africa a couple years ago. And I was showing some photos out in the open. And there's these two videos that popped out of nowhere. So I'm like, because I don't remember, it's been a while. So the first video was this family. I don't know what they thought. They thought they were like invincible or something. There were like these I think they were tigers or leopards. I can't remember what animal it was. Look, they all looked the same at that moment. Right? It was a hot day over there. Okay. And they had the door open. And they told them, do not open your door at all. So they opened it, and guess what? I think it was a leopard that came in. All I know is I heard a scream, ah! And then I swear the leopard looked like he'd take like jabs at them and like a couple of scratches and just walk the fuck out like nothing happened. I'm like, bitch, this is my territory. I'm like, wow. Animals are vicious if you don't leave them alone, and maybe you bother them. They do like in the zoo. Who gives a shit? Like you pound on the glass, make fun of the gorilla, stick your ass out or something like that. But like a live animal there in the wild will fuck you up. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. And then the second video we showed them was water buffalo having sex. I was just enthralled. Like it was 10 pumps and it was over. Both animals went away like. Just normal, like, yeah, you got your time and just left away. I was just like, that's nice, and women are more blunt. They're like, look, you ain't cutting it. Just let go, get off. It's not even hard. I don't feel it. Just leave. At least they're like, yeah, 10 pumps, we're good. We're gonna walk away. And that was it, I was like, very interesting. I'll finish this up. I woke up to New Year's Day. It was crazy. I heard us scream. That was like a loud scream, like, oh my God, stay away from me. Like, what the hell's going on? I'm like, this is a new year, all right? This is some drama. I want this. I walked outside. I see a woman running around with a bat and a chain. I'm like, holy shit, there's going to be a beat down. And he tripped him up real quick. I was like, this is going to be crazy. The thing what got me is she took a taser and tased him almost literally like to his thigh. I mean, it almost hit his dick, but it was so close that I grabbed it and I held to him. Like, God, it hurts. I'm not even feeling the pain. I fucking. That's all I'm saying. That's my time. Thank you, everybody.
Woohoo, Eduardo Soto from Chicago. Good to see you. Happy New Year. Did anyone have New Year's resolutions? Any New Year's resolutions? I thought for a little bit to not watch TV for the whole year. I thought about it, and then the season 3 of Cobra Kai came out. Popped up my New Year's resolution like that. Okay, I'm gonna sneak Kirk in after Toy. So Kirk, now you're on deck again, if that's cool. Hopefully I'll not skip you again. Next comedian from Detroit, first time here. Follow her on IG at Ms. Toy Toy. TOYTOI. She has a show. Maybe we'll talk about that in the chat later or something. So you can all follow that too. Please put your hands together right now for Toy Too Tall. Woo! Woo! Unmute.
Hey everybody. What's up? I'm really happy to be here. And I'll probably come back for another one if y'all don't mind. Okay. Something to say, okay? Like, I really hate, it really grinds my gears. Like, and I'm gonna keep it clean and just say grinds my gears, okay? When a person or people tend to get the freedom to do what they want and they just tend to get away with anything, or they can do certain things simply because of who they are. Okay? I don't like that. For instance, babies. I don't like babies. Okay? I don't like babies. And the thing is, you can give a baby a bottle and they get full, you will burp them, they'll fall asleep, and people are like, oh my God, they're so cute, they're so precious. But if I drink a bottle and I burp and fall asleep, I'm a drunk. I don't like that. I don't like it at all, okay? I don't like it at all. If a baby drinks a bottle and pass out, it's cute. If I do it, I'm a drunk, and I can't deal with it. Okay. So if a baby cries, for instance, okay, a baby will cry. The mother or father or whoever will try to figure out what's wrong with the baby. They'll feed it. They'll hug it. They'll change it. If I cry, don't nobody feed me. I like food. I really like food, y'all. Okay. Okay. Nobody tries to change me or figure out what's wrong. As a matter of fact, they'll ignore me and then probably talk about me on Facebook because I was crying. Okay. Had to realize my camera. Y'all probably all y'all saw was lips and nose in there. My bad. All right. So like if a baby falls down, for instance, someone picks it up. You go pick a baby up if it fall, right? If I fall, oh yeah, she is drunk again. Nobody helps me. Okay, social injustices. All right. So if a baby pisses itself, the mother changes its diaper, or the daddy changes his diaper. Again, if I piss myself, they just think I'm drunk again. Social injustices. I don't like babies, and this is America, and we need fair treatment for all. This is the land of, and I don't appreciate how these babies are just getting away with just doing anything. But that's my time. My name is Toy Too Tall. Follow me on Instagram at MSTOYTOI.
Woo! Put your hands together for Toy. Really great smile and a really great personality to talk shit on babies. But I'm an aunt. I love them from far away, and then sometimes close up, but not every freaking day. Yeah. Cause that was awesome.
You could get a baby.
You got a few new fans. You might have got a few new fans. She has a show. It's called Cognac Cannabis. No, Chronic and Conversation. So you'll have to check out her show. Put your
Chronic Cognac Conversation on the Streets Radio. You can download the Streets with the Z313 app and check me Saturdays and Sundays from 4 to 7 Eastern time.
Yay, Toy.
Thank you. Welcome. Thank you from the back line and all of us. On deck
Thank
now
you.
is Matt. Our next comedian is from Las Vegas. Please put your hands together for Kirk Broussard.
Hey, Kirk.
Oh, thank
Yes.
you. Thank you, Brooke. Hello, everybody. You guys remember Master P, the rap mogul from the 90s? Yeah, exactly. He's opening up a line of Southern bakeries called Make 'em Say Yum.
Nah. Oh.
Exactly. It's like I'm in a real fucking show here. I don't know. Comics, I don't know. What's the thing to do? It's like you get an hour of material down and you release a special, and then you just kind of abandon that material, right? And you just start writing your next hour. And that's how I feel like I need to treat 2020. Just all the jokes, like, they're gone. I'm starting fresh. I mean, I'm not getting rid of all my jokes. I tell different ones live, like other shit, older stuff. But I mean, the live crowds don't ever get my Nico Lutov references. So I don't know. Have any of you guys done any of the VR Oculus Zoom open mics? Like, it's kind of fun. I got a headset for Christmas, and it's cool. It's very realistic experience. But I did one with Nico the other night, and the best part, in my opinion, was I could feel his beard tickle my balls through.
Shit.
Anybody else think that anytime they play the radio edit of California Love, somewhere Roger Troutman just rolls over in his grave? Or I don't know. Maybe he haunts that cemetery on those nights. It's like a ooh, 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 just like a haunting auto-tuned talk box echo in that cemetery on those evenings. It's classic shit. I went to Walmart today, and it was funny because I walked in and the greeter, and I hardly ever go to this Walmart, and I walked in and it's huge. The greeter's right there. I mean, she's probably 90. And I said, where do I return something? And she said, they shut down. I was like, oh shit. I looked at my phone, like, am I off time? Is it closed, or what's going on? And it was 2 p.m. and I looked up and I was like, well, they shut down? Yeah. It's like, that was all she would say to me. And the computer had just crashed, but they had just quickly trained this lady to just say that one thing to anybody who asks anything. That's my time. Thank you.
Woo! Kirk Broussard, everyone, already promised me that during the lightning round, he's got a minute of roasting of me to do. So stay tuned. Watch that. That should be fun. I'm going to say this really fast. I lost my nut bag, and so I had to use a cheesecloth, and they're really messy, and it was like so messy, and I had to go to 3 stores to find another nut bag, and I almost bought like 17 of them, because when you don't have a nut bag and you really, really need one, and then you just want to buy all of the nut bags because you don't ever want to not have one when you need it. Thought you would understand.
Still trying to figure out what a nut bag is besides my ex. So,
Brenda doesn't know
anything.
what a nut bag is besides her ex. Her ex is a nut bag.
Yep.
I use a nut bag to it's a whole bit.
I'm gonna have to tune in for that one.
But I squeeze and I get all the juice out. It's like you can use it to make nut milk. Like if you're gonna do almond milk with a bunch of almonds. Anywho.
Oh.
Kathy on deck. Okay. Our next comedian, he's from New York. He has been here before. He's really funny. Please put your hands together for Matt Lapari.
Thank you. I think the only people who are upset that 2020 is over are doomsday preppers, like Ford Supplies, because we all know they secretly want the apocalypse to happen, right? Like In the beginning of the year, they're probably getting all excited, like things aren't looking too good. Might finally get to use my underground bunker. Now everything's normalized and is stuck with extra cans of beans. Like I used to watch the show on National Geographic. It was called Doomsday Preppers, and they just went around and showed different people who were like prepping for an apocalypse. What I learned from that show is that these are the last people we ever want to be in charge with repopulating the earth. Like they're all insane, super paranoid. They're like every villain from The Walking Dead. It's a very entertaining show, and it always starts off innocently, like people explaining how much food and supplies they have, and then it just devolves into them showing off their weapons and booby traps, which is the best part. Like they'll show off their guns, which is fine. People need guns. Then they're like, "Here's a wall of spikes I built that crushes anyone who enters the door incorrectly." Like if you make it past that, there's a pot of boiling oil that drops from the ceiling. Just trying to be safe. We're prepping for a disaster. I think I learned that doomsday prepping is just an excuse you tell your wife when you want to build medieval weapons in your house. I was in a hot tub on vacation over the summer with my twin brother, and there were these two girls already in the hot tub when we got there, and they started talking to us. They told us they were in high school. They were like 16. So we chatted for a little bit, not to be rude, and then they left, and they waved to us like, "See you guys again tomorrow." And I was like, "Oh, we probably shouldn't come back tomorrow. That's not a good idea." And my brother was like, "No, we can be friends with them. There's nothing wrong with that." There's kind of something wrong with that. There's no acceptable situation for a 20-something-year-old man to be friends with a 16-year-old girl, especially the way this is starting out, right? Like we met them when they were wet and half naked. That's not how wholesome friendships begin. No one is like, we were both in our underwear when we met. No, we just played checkers on the weekend. It's nice. This is the same thing that every single guy on To Catch a Predator says when they get like, I just came to visit my friend. We bought some Mike's Hard Lemonade for myself. Just gonna watch some football. Me and my 13-year-old friend I met 2 days ago. It's like even if you could prove that was the truth, you're still going to jail. That's not an allowed thing. We got 30 seconds. Nice. I have a lot of friends that don't really drive because they live in the city. So they don't know car things. Like one of my friends asked me one time why I kept my registration in the glove compartment. And he said it like I was doing something wrong. I don't even know where else I would keep it. That's literally the only spot in the car I could put it. It's like, no, I actually keep my license and registration in my gun holster. Officer, do you mind if I pull it out? It's actually loaded in my gun. I'm gonna shoot you in the face with my registration. I will stop there. Thank you.
Woo! Malapari! Woo! All of a sudden we're like, twin brother, tell me more. Tell me more. Just picturing two twin boys in a hot tub. Anywho, I grabbed my nut bag so you could see it. I know it's probably bigger than you thought, and it's tough, it's sturdy. I can look, I'm fisting it. And he
Probably bigger than you
Oh my
thought.
God.
It's way bigger.
Yeah, fist those nuts.
I thought you had a little nut bag.
Trish has one at her house. Hopefully I'll soon have a nut bag at all your houses. So when I come to your house to visit, I can easily drink celery juice and cucumber juice and everything else that I need. Okay. Well,
I need one of those to
having a
bring
lot of
out the cauliflower.
Squirrel. Actually, you're up soon. We have a couple brand new people that are next. They haven't ever been here before. We have Natalie has a timer in her window so you can see the time. If it goes to speaker view, just click it back onto gallery so you can watch it. Let's see. From Richmond, Virginia, please put your hands together for Kathy O'Brien.
Woo! Thank you so much. Apparently, the property where I live is the 5-star Hilton for snakes. I don't know. I guess it's the creek, the bamboo forest, the tall grass. I don't know. It's a very happy place for snakes. During the 14 years that I've lived here, I've seen an inordinate number of snakes, and I'm terrified of them. One time, my husband and I came home around 2 a.m. I'm half hammered. I go to bed. My husband says, "Honey, I don't want to alarm you, but there's a snake in the kitchen ceiling." I say, "What fucking part of that is not supposed to alarm me?" One time I went out to feed our goats. We had a cinder block in front of the gate. I walk down the steps and a copperhead comes crawling out of the cinder block where I'm about to place my hand. I run into the house screaming. My husband grabs his machete. My son is yelling, "No, Daddy, no, don't kill the snake." It was definitely a Calgon take me away moment. One time, my husband and I got into an argument, and it ended with him saying, "Yeah, well, one time I removed a pair of mating snakes from under the deck because I knew it would upset you." And I said, "Well, that was very thoughtful of you, but you shouldn't have broken up the sexy snake party." And we both laughed, and that was the end of that. So I do what any reasonable person would do. I Google the pros and cons of owning a pet mongoose and a pet honey badger. The pros are they kill snakes. The cons are they're very vicious. They don't get along with any animals at all. They carry Lyme disease, and you probably won't be able to find a pet trainer to train your mongoose or your honey badger. And there are enough people in the world that contemplate owning these animals that there are lists online. I don't know. I don't get it. But I've got to suck it up with the snakes. I'm thinking about going to a hypnotist and saying, "I really need you to make it so that when I see a snake, I think it's the funniest thing that's ever happened." And I just laugh and I laugh and I laugh. Do you think you could do that for me? That's it for me.
I used to have a lot of dreams when snakes would chase me, and I would be really, really afraid of them. And then eventually I started to fight them and chop them up, and they didn't come after me anymore.
Oh, that's what I need to do.
Yeah. Battle in your subconscious mind first, and you'll be safe. Are you in a place where there are a lot of snakes in Virginia?
Well, our property apparently, yeah, there are a good number of snakes here, but like
Well,
I said,
hopefully
for
you
the
come back and
5-star
you-
Hilton for snakes, it's ridiculous.
That's crazy. Well, thank you for being here. One more round of applause for Kathy.
Woo! Thank you.
Thank you. On deck is Cherie. Nice to see you. I see you. Our next comedian, let me check. It's their first time here from Earth, from North America, from Canada, Ontario, from Toronto, from 6. And then there's a YouTube link, so maybe we can post that. And then there's a podcast, Ray C8 on Instagram, or username.crs. Cool. Now everyone's confused. Please put your hands together for Christopher Ray.
Woo! Uh-oh.
Toronto.
Oh, I'm not on mute, right?
No.
Okay, great. Oh, wow. I'm doing this all for the first time here for you guys.
Woo!
Oh, wow, there was a lot of dancing. Just so you know, I couldn't dance to music online or with the music because I don't have copyrights to it, so no trouble there, no trouble there. So, yo, I'm out of shape. Wow. Oh my gosh. Music. All right, yeah, music not played. All right, hey, everybody. My name is Christopher Ray Citron. I go as Christopher Ray. You can find me on this IG Ray C8. So yeah, this is great stuff. I'm new to here, and yeah, I forgot my name. Christopher Ray Citron. Great. Yeah, Christopher Ray. And also, it's tattooed behind my neck. It's hard to see, but there's a barcode, obsolete barcode. It's CRS at the top, 10141985 at the bottom. So the top, I could only assume standard for can't remember shit, but it could also stand for confident, resilient, and sustainable. I'm gonna be telling you guys some weird stuff coming up currently. Oh wow. Pulling cords out of me. I have a mic, oh my gosh. Hi everybody, you guys are on pandemic, so this is a bit. Yeah, I'm from Toronto. I don't know if I said that, and this is getting all jumbled up. There's a timer going on here, and this is a lot of pressure. It feels like robbing a bank. Stop fucking. Oh, that's you laughing. Someone's laughing. Oh, fuck. Okay, never mind. But yeah, oh, I lost my train of thought. This is so horrible. Yeah, I've been performing as nobody for the, oh shit. I've been performing as nobody for the longest time, and yeah, supposedly I'm a bad comedian amongst other. What time does this go to?
You have 3 minutes, so you have about 45 seconds to go.
But it was like 10. Oh my god, you can tell time. All right, 2, 2, 2. Thank you very much. That means. Oh, yeah, I used to have a 1 minute man joke that I used to tell. It's a PSA. I told about a 1 minute man joke. It's great. I found stuff about myself on the internet, which is great. If you Google me, Christopher Ray or Ray C. Trent, bad comedian, amongst other things. I believe bank robber. No, for real, there's horrible things on the internet. And that's what I'm plugging at the moment because there's going to be some crazy things coming up shortly. I had some amazing underwear that I was going to show you guys, but I thought it's hard to make underwear, hard for snacks. Like Pearl's doing it, and yeah, big shout out, and thank you everybody. Bye bye.
Put your hands together for Ray C. Christopher Ray. I love how he danced like when we had real open mics, right? They would play music, we would walk up on stage, we would say hello, we would hold a microphone. It's actually good to practice that way because then you got to go to a live stage and we're trying to look at that green dot.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank
it's
you.
Not Nebraska anymore, like Yellow Brick Road. It's Nebraska, right?
Yeah. We're not in Kansas anymore.
Think I got it right. Nebraska.
Yeah. On deck is Kim Nash. Our next comedian is from Omaha, but on here it says she's from California, so that must be where she is originally from. She says just Google hashtag Ms. Sassy Neighbor. Okay, you'll find it everywhere. Please put your hands together right now for Cherie.
Put the balls together. Put them together. Yeah. I'm squeezing balls right now. Everybody wonder what you're doing underneath the desk. I'm squeezing balls. They're winking at me. I haven't squeezed balls for a long time. Been some years. Really balls.
Yeah.
So I get a chance to squeeze balls anytime I want. Do whatever. My life is like a bitch and they bury you upside down and everybody kisses your ass on the way out, or they cremate you somewhere you didn't want to go. Like I live by Carter Lake and I really want to be cremated in the ocean, but I'll be cremated and thrown in Carter Lake, just my luck. And then they won't be able to do shit, so I'll be stuck in Carter Lake, which I don't like. So I don't know. I've been debating on this and I speaking about it, but what the hell, I was in a relationship for 23 years. Actually, I was engaged for 23 years. Has anybody been engaged for 23 years?
No, come on.
I mean, for real. So I thought, I'm done. I'm gonna squeeze my own balls. This is just ridiculous, right? And it's like, if you ask me for the ring back, I'm not giving it back because my birthstone is diamond. So I have all rights to my rings, all rights to my diamond necklaces. I have all rights because it's a birthstone. You're lucky that way. You know what I'm saying? If you had a blue one, I'd ask for a blue diamond topaz when you get married or something like that. So yeah, I'm over it. I'm done. I've had enough. It is what it is. Life is what it is. And yeah. So now all I'm doing is taking care of my pussies around the house. My pussy, their pussy, this pussy. I've got a black pussy. I've got all kinds of colored pussies. I bet my pussy's calico, to be honest with you, if you think about it. Those are just some TMIs that you can think about. And I'll tell you one other thing. I was watching The Bachelor. Is that what it is? Does anybody watch that? My God, they're bringing everything to the table, even the dildo. I would not show my dildo. It is my privacy, right? So this girl is poking around with, oh, here is my trophy or whatever, you know, and it's a dildo. I'm like, this is the first time on Bachelor history I've ever seen anybody bring a dildo to the thing. So then she wants to talk to the guy. So she pokes the girl with her dildo. And says, excuse me, I know this is social distancing. I just like, this is getting bad. Pretty soon there's going to be a girl on there from OnlyFans.com. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what parents are doing these days. They're giving their kids breast implants and lip injections and shit and tell them to go to OnlyFans.com. You'll make a lot of money. Forget college. College is no good. OnlyFans.com. Have a good day and night.
That was Miss Sassy Neighbor. Don't be asking her for her eggs. She'll be giving you her pussies. Never mind. Just squeezing her balls. Just squeezing her balls. Oh, that was silly. Glad you're around. Glad you're here. She started coming here a few weeks ago and she likes it. She's been coming back and we like her. So we've got, like, I was trying to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 or 17 comedians left, and we've been going an hour and 40 minutes. So we're going 3 minutes, and then we'll do a lightning round. It'll be really, really fun. Everyone will get an extra minute. On deck now is Stephanie. Stephanie Knowles, you are on deck. Our next comedian, he's from the UK. He's the host of the Reckless Comedy Podcast and the brains behind the 2 characters who can be found within the Reckless Comedy universe. Marvin the Magnificent and his twin brother, Chase Brody. Please put your hands together for Kim Nash.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I thought I'd have a rock and roll intro because, like, you know, I'm fucking rock. Simple. Like, I'm so fucking rock. I wear a bandana. I stand in the dark. It's fucking fine. Yeah, see? Who says comedians can't be rock and roll? See? You don't see comedy groupies, but you see rock and roll groupies. I know, right? Yeah, there's a reason why. There's a reason. Me. That's the reason why. Okay, so I'm going to try out some new material on you guys tonight. So if it doesn't go well, blame my mother. Surprisingly about my mother, she doesn't like being the butt of my jokes, yet she's the butt of my jokes. Like, she doesn't like me talking about her anal adventures, yet she's happy with me to do a joke about Kit Kat fingering. Like, where's your fucking priorities, woman? Where's the priorities? Come on. Oh, don't worry, I'm getting a spanking after this. It's fine. This isn't even the material, like. Right, where was I? Oh yes, not talking about my mother. Okay, right. Moving on about my mother because she is gonna fucking kill me otherwise. I'm 1 minute 15 into my set and I'm already talking into my mother. Fuck. Okay, right, here we go. Serious stuff now. We all have like our secret crushes when we're younger, you know. I'm going to tell you a genuine conversation with me and my crush when I was in school. Here we go. She said to me, no, I said to her, other way around. Fuck the joke up. I said to her, you're really pretty. Normal response. She went, you're really ugly. And I went, I'll let you in on a little secret. I fucking know. Stop stating the obvious, woman. Why do all the women in my life have to state the fucking obvious? My mum won't let me near the kids. I'm not a paedophile. No, I'm not a paedophile. I may look like a paedophile, but I'm not a paedophile. Jimmy Savile got away with it, so fuck it. You know, if Jimmy Savile can get away with it, I can. Simple. The reason why she won't let me near the kids anymore is because I decided to rewrite Jack and Jill. What could go fucking wrong? This is what went wrong. Jack and Jill went up the hill to get a load of oil. Jack fell down and Jill laughed, so I kicked her in the tits. Like,
Jesus.
Is that bad? I'm gonna finish on something inspirational. Life is a bit like a plane, okay? You never know when you're going to crash and burn. Or if a building gets in your way, see it coming. Anyway, thanks so much. You really like them.
Dark, I love it.
Yeah,
I know, I'm obsessed. Keep it going for Kid Bash. Woo! Check out Reckless Comedy, specifically a podcast that was the season finale of season 1, starring moi. He's like, do you think you could do 69? And I was like,
broke
yeah.
a record, Brooke. We broke a record.
69 references, like innuendos. And I was like, yeah, but if you hit 69, you got to keep going because you can't just 69 and stop. Yeah. Woo! Cody Webb, you are on deck. Our next comedian, she was born from a half-smoked joint. And she has a TikTok riff a lot on Tuesdays. That's at 1 p.m. PST. Please put your hands together for Stephanie Knowles.
So, I realized I needed the other day I was tagged in a post for America's Got Talent is looking for comedic songstresses.
Whoa, that's
and I'm
you.
like, oh yeah, that's so me. But then I'm like, it's for family television. And here's good audition. Your mom is so fabulous, she squirts glitter. I want a scooter, scooter, scooter to your cooter, cooter, cooter. Hitting shit. It's a joke about bong rips while you're shitting. Dick bong. Dicks and bongs. Could you please not jack off on the bus? Thank you. Just a little fart. Oh wait, that one's almost clean, but it's still talking about shit. Another clean song, but it's still talking about shit. And finally, I vibes. So I'm just like, those are vibrators, googly eyes on your vibrators. And I'm like, oh my God, that's my whole set list. There's no way. And I'm trying to think of clean material to write for, those delicate little children ears. And I want to talk about skin. Yeah, we're going to get real clean and talk about skin. And the fact that we technically lose so much skin particles that we actually lose weight every year. We lose 2 pounds of skin particles every year. And think about how many fucking particles you're probably eating back, because skin particles are floating around in the air you're breathing right now. They say we may be allergic to dust, but I think that we're allergic to us, because skin floating around. Yeah, that's as clean as I can get, is talking about eating your own skin particles. And fecal matter that is in the color of a rainbow, with happy little trees and happy clouds dripping from the ceiling. So yeah, everything bodily related skin, that's my game. Call me the skin shit girl. Y'all follow me on Stephanie Knowles Comedy on TikTok, because I want to get TikTok famous, y'all.
TikTok.
Yeah. Woo woo.
Yay.
Thank y'all. Have a great night.
Oh, shit.
I'm a fan of Stephanie. Oh yes, yes. I'm a fan of Stephanie. Oh yes, yes. Follow her on Instagram. If you look at her YouTube videos, she hasn't changed. She's still like that beautiful, like that child at heart when we tap into our joy. Like it's like we're children, but we're just silly, even though we're talking about dicks or skin. Oh, you know how some people like to make it rain? I like to be cold, and like make it snow. On deck is Janice. Janice, you're on deck. Our next comedian, he is from Portland, Oregon. He has an unemployment mic. So if you're unemployed like him, go to the open mic. Yeah. Right now, please put your hands together for Cody Webb.
I heard about you, Cody.
I'm more of a fan of making it hail, which is going to the strip club with quarters. But anyway, basketball and baseball have the exact opposite solutions to women playing their sports. Okay, with basketball, when women wanted to play, the people in charge said, yeah, totally, come on in. We actually got a slightly smaller ball for you so that way you can grip it better. But when women went to the people in charge of baseball, they said, all right, you can play, but on a few conditions. One, we're going to call your sport softball so no one thinks you're manly. Two, we're going to start a rumor that all softball players are lesbians. Three, we're going to have you throw upside down. I don't know what that means. You figure it out. And four, here's a grapefruit. That's the ball now. Go fuck yourselves. Speaking of women, I have been dating someone. I'm dating right now, and also for the last 5 years. Yeah, no, it's been really great. She's really, really nice, really pretty. She is pansexual. At least that's what she told me when I caught her fucking that goat. Look, every hack comedian has a joke about, oh, pansexuals are attracted to pans. I decided pansexuals need a classier joke about Greek mythology. Okay? I called all pansexuals goat fuckers, and that's how you know I'm an ally. What? Anyway, back to my girlfriend. We're actually in an open relationship. We're free to date whoever we want. One of these days I will let her know about it. So I was on Tinder the other day, scrolling through, and I found somebody who said that they were a little old-fashioned. So I showed up at their parents' house with 6 chickens and a goat. And they got really mad at me because I didn't get them better livestock. All right. I'm okay. Perfect. The timer just unfroze, so I'm done. Thank you very much.
Cody McSilly McWebb.
So good.
Oh, wow. All right. I've got one more person on this page before I get to go to my last page of people. I don't know. I'm having a really good time. Are you all having a good time?
Yeah.
Woo!
You bet.
How lovely. All right. On deck now is Brenda Brown.
I'm on
Our
deck.
next comedian. Wait, I prematurely crossed somebody off. Don't let me get ahead of myself. Apologies. Brenda, you're up in a couple. Our real person on deck is Ian Ryland Smith. Our next comedian is from Chicago. She's on a Flappers comedy show on the 9th of January. Put your hands together for Janice Rodriguez.
Woo! Yeah. I'm clapping for myself. It's been a rough year already. It's only 5 days in. Yeah, sorry, Cody, dead on the mythology stuff. Sorry, that's just hilarious. Let's talk offline. Hey, pew, 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 pew. I got some nymph jokes for you. Okay, so this is not an Onion headline. This is a real headline in the Chicago Tribune today. A couple engaged for 11 years are first to be married by county clerk in 2021. Like, maybe I'm working on the punchline, guys. It's just, 11 years, like maybe just let go. Like, it's okay. Marriage isn't for you. You know what I mean? It's not for me. My husband's like 10 feet from me. It's cool. Love you, babe. Okay. So, I was a year behind because last year with everything with our good friend Rona, I was a year behind getting a mammogram. And so they saw something kind of funky. They do that the first time. They told me to come back in 6 months. So that was in December, just a few weeks ago. So I had my follow-up. And I don't know if anybody here has had a mammogram or the follow-up one. It's real fun. I don't know if you guys know, but your titties can go whichever way they want to make them go. That's what I'm saying. I prefer if they just stayed where they were, but they like to move them around and do various things like the sculpture. You know what I'm saying? It's like that scene in Ghost. I'm like, those are my titties. It's getting weird. Okay. But the thing is, the directions they give you, it's like you feel like you're in an elementary school, like you're like school photo shoot. You know what I mean? Because first, like, okay, look at me, chin down, move your shoulder back, give me some sass, tiger, tiger. No, that didn't happen. But at some point, I'm like in the most awkward position. My like little B cups are getting smushed between two like pieces of metal. And then she's like, okay, don't breathe. And so I don't, but I think she messes around with the computer and I'm just like dying here, like literally. And then finally she ran over. She's like, okay, good, you're good, relax. And I'm like, okay, but she told me not to breathe. And she's like, oh, that's fine. It's just that the last lady passed out. And I'm like, it's 2020, like, not 2021. I'm like, can we get like better medical? Like, this is ridiculous. This is where I bitch about like my lack of insurance, guys. This is like the rest of the 30 seconds. I started realizing I was cracking up last year, staying home a lot, obviously, because, COVID, when I had a full conversation with the spider on my porch. Anybody else? Like, we had like a talk. I was like, I believe you have a right to exist, here in this space, but not like literally in this space. I tried to get it a new home. I didn't want to go. I don't know where it's at. Maybe I'll see him next year. So that's my time, guys. Thank you so much. That's spider material.
Denise falling in love with a spider. The first spider I fell in love with was in I think it was Charlotte, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, maybe I was a lesbian since I was 8. Anywho, Charlotte was a spider and she saved Wilbur, tried to, right? Cool. Anywho, thank you. Brenda, now you are on deck, okay? Brenda's on deck now. Our next comedian, he comes from the future. And he also has a Shark Tank mic, like an open mic. And he started a Facebook group called Comedy Meme War. There's a lot of fun memes getting thrown up there already. If you're not in it, you need to get in there. If you make memes or if you just want to add a little bit, and then you share them, right? You could be like the coolest sharer of memes in your friends. Some of your friends might only have 50 friends and you're one of them. So you should be sharing some of this funny stuff with your friends. Please put your hands together from South Dakota, Ian Ryland Smith.
No. I'm not from South Dakota. I'm from the future. and here in the future, we have this really cool new strain of weed. We call it the vaccine. It's so good, it actually makes you autistic. Really powerful stuff. Yeah, so I'm from the future, and there are some celebrity deaths that you all need to know about. Where's Kim? He's got to hear this. I'm sorry, Kim, but Queen Elizabeth, she doesn't make it. She's gonna croak. She's gonna die.
You had to ruin it.
Yeah. Charles is gonna be king, but only for like a few months. He's gonna die of a bee sting, like, I don't know, maybe one of his ancestors or something. and then what the fuck are the other ones called? William and all his kids. They're gonna make like Princess Diana, and they're all gonna die in a car crash.
Tunnel vision.
Yeah, and they're not gonna call Harry because he told them not to.
Right.
So that leaves the only one, Prince Andrew. He's gonna be King of England.
Pedo.
Yes, Pedo is gonna be. They'll have to set up a new British sitcom, Pedo in the Palace. It's all about. And I know Steve Morrissey, he's going to have a really good time after Queen Elizabeth dies. So good that he dies himself because he needs to go. He's kind of his brain has already left the studio. Like he's not thinking like a normal person anymore. This Steve Morrissey guy from the Smiths. Yeah, don't listen to him talk. Just listen to him sing. He's a good singer. So, people give Trump shit for losing money while running a casino. And I don't think it's that easy to run a casino. I mean, yeah, sure, people are just giving you money, but they're giving you the money for something in return. Like you gotta have the fancy chef, you gotta have the resort, you gotta have. My point is if running a casino were easy, everyone would be doing it. And if it is easy, then fuck, why am I so bad at making money? I'm gonna start a casino and I call it the Ian Ryland Smith Casino. Thank you very much.
Woo! Ian Ryland Smith from the future.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a really fun show when we all took turns forecasting different events. Ian has been coming here almost maybe every single week since we
Just
started.
about.
And I have just seen him grow and grow and grow and grow. And like starting the comedy meme war group, I feel like that's gonna take off pretty big. And proud of you, Ian.
I'll take requests too if anybody wants me to make a meme about them.
If anyone wants a meme custom made, hit up Ian, and then he'll probably. Are you gonna charge him?
No,
Okay.
not yet.
You should ask. You never know. Okay, Gary, you are on deck. Not the first Gary. You already went. The other Gary. All right, and then now from Sauced in the City, her little, not little, her very amazing, awesome platform that she has put together. She started doing like an online game show before COVID, like the November or something like that. It's really, really fun. If you haven't been on it, join the Facebook group. She's really creative, really brings out the best in people. And the reason I got attracted to her is because of just the vibes that she throws out. Really, really nice and kind and supportive. And yeah, I appreciate it. So everyone, please put your hands together right now for Brenda Brown.
Yay! Well, hey everybody. First of all, y'all better laugh at this shit. I expect y'all to laugh at this shit. Okay, so that's the first thing. Second of all right, so things that'll never be the same in 2021 because I'm lazy, I'm bossy, and I'm scatterbrained, and I just now figured that out due to my 21-year-old. So these are things that'll never be the same. Home remedies. Okay, so I'm just getting over a cold, and while I was sick, everybody gave me all these home remedies. This one particular woman, she was like, get some turmeric, and then you're gonna strain it, and then you're gonna do all these wonderful things with it, and then get a piece of garlic and stick it in your shoe. Now, I was with her all the way up until she said the garlic and stick it in my shoe because I thought 2021 food shortage, my mom will fucking throat punch me if I put garlic in my shoe. She will be like, what are you doing? Like, we are already hungry. And second of all, I don't even know what turmeric is. So like, I just skipped over that part. So that will never be the same in 2021. Stalking, okay? So talking to a guy, I'm in my dating life. I'm like, yeah, baby, I'll be a great girlfriend for you. He was like, well, hold on, because I don't need no stalkers. I was like, hold on, do you know I don't have no gas money? The brakes on my car do not work. I need insurance and I don't have no plates on my car. So who am I stalking? Okay. So 2020 has taken the stalk out of my stalker. Okay. Because you can't stalk with no brakes and no money. Like stalking is expensive. I don't know like the last stalker you talked to, but you got to have upgraded tech equipment. You got to have internet, so you can be able to pry on their websites and things. So again, 2021 will not be the same in the stalking department for Brenda. Next up, business is like a relationship. I figured that out. I'm in business, I do sauce in the city and all of that. So let me tell you how these two things correlate. First of all, business is needy. Okay. So it always needs you. It always needs your attention. It wants you. Everybody's calling you. Even if you don't feel good, they still want you. So I'm just telling you that's number one. Number two, the abandonment issues of it all. Okay. So when your partners just leave you hanging, you like, you could have gave me some kind of warning that you was just going to take off. Totally like a relationship. And number three, and most importantly, they always break up over money. Okay, so I'm just telling you, businesses are like relationships. Nothing will ever be the same 2021, especially not those three things. My name is Brenda Brown, aka the Chocolate Child of Sauced in the City. Thank you guys so much, and that has been my 3 minutes. I'm getting better on this timing thing.
Getting better. You got right before the hit 3 minutes. That was insane. Wow. Put your hands together for Brenda Brown. Woo! It's like her third open mic ever. Third or fourth. Yeah. Not too shabby. You're brilliant.
As long as I keep on living, I got jokes for days. And I do mean days, because with the way the world is today, you never know about tomorrow. So I got jokes for days.
We all got jokes. Jokes for today, for right now, for being right here in this really eclectic, fabulous room. Like you're fantastic, and you're fantastic, and you're fantastic, and you're fantastic. And I don't know you, but if you're like in the same room, chances are you're really fantastic. I know you are. You're cool. Anywho, we're getting towards the end, and I don't want it to end. Luckily we'll do a bonus round, so everyone will do 1 more minute, and it's like fast and silly and really fun, and then I'll say goodbye to the internet. But not yet. We got Ira on deck, but from Fargo, North Dakota. Please put your hands together for Gary Mox Pattison. Woo!
Thank you, Brooke. I prefer my kale with a silent K. I am Mox. That's MOCS, short for Man of Constant Sunshine. I was a nerd in high school, very naive and quite awkward around girls. I tried to compensate by hanging with my friend Richard, who was handsome, athletic, and very self-confident, hoping some of what he had would rub off on me. Unfortunately, it never did. Typing was a required class when we were sophomores. We practiced every day for 7 months, and then on Fridays in the spring, we started taking time speed tests to determine our final grades. One Friday in April, I slid into class right before the final bell, grabbed the last remaining desk in the front row. As I sat down, I saw that Richard and Kathy occupied 2 desks in the back of the room. Our teacher, Wild Bill Cluse, grabbed his newspaper, which very cleverly concealed his Playboy magazine, put his feet up on his desk, set a timer for 30 minutes, yelled, "Ready, set, type," and we typed furiously for a racket-filled half hour. After class, I waited in the hallway to tell Richard excitedly in Nerdanese. Yeah, Nerdanese is an official language. I typed 48 words a minute today, Rich. How'd you do? 4, he replied. 4? We've been practicing for 7 months? You can only type 4 words a minute? Not bad, he said, since I was just using one hand, and it was my left hand to boot. What's wrong with your right hand? Nothing. I was helping Kathy with her test, and she typed 110. Say what? How do you help someone with a typing test? Richard raised his right hand, extended the middle finger, slid it slowly across my upper lip. That, ladies and gentlemen, was as close as I ever got to having sex in high school. I am Mox. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, Gary. Always good to see you. I
You,
too
Brooke.
didn't have sex in high school. Waited till after. But I don't think anyone should really be having sex in high school. You guys know sex makes children? Like, I don't think we should just like randomly do it, but you know, people like it. It feels good. It does feel good. That's anywho. On deck is Ralph Anthony. Our next comedian is a well, kind of like a co-host with me, been helping me, and Natalie, really awesome. I don't want to call her a bouncer because like she's too cute to be that tough, you know. From Augusta, Georgia. Yeah, please put your hands together for Ira Claiborne.
Yeah.
Hey y'all, it's me, Ira Claiborne, your friendly neighborhood bouncer that's not really
Bouncing.
at all. That's okay though. I'm just reporting to you live from seasonal affective disorder. I feel like a depressed Hodor. Like instead of laying in front of the door and doing something productive and like then only being able to say Hodor, like I just lay in my bed and do nothing and like randomly just yell sad 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 sad. It's gonna be like over soon, but I'm not so sure. I grew up in the South and I had a kiss in the mouth family. Which I didn't realize was weird until like my 20s. That's not what made me gay though, because it was dudes and women. But my uncle like did a nasty booty slap, so maybe it did. Speaking of slapping unconsensually, I have to confess that in college I too engaged in non-consensual ass slapping. The difference is I am now taking accountability for it. I'm sorry, gals and guys. If you're still open, send me a message because I do continue to engage in it, but only with consent now. See, like that's what politicians should do. I'm just setting myself up to be a great leader. I didn't get much sensory play as a child other than the lips. Sensory play means like sand, getting dirty, like goop, I have an aversion to sticky things, and that's why I'm gay, because like that shit coming out, like the sneeze is like so nasty. That's just gross. Okay, nobody feels me. Lolita does. LOL, that's cool. Being an only child is pretty weird because like you get all the responsibility of like adulthood and like half of being a kid. It's like being a human ESA. So I guess that would be like an ESH, an emotional support. That's not a good reason to have a child. PSA for everybody. PSA for ESH. Please don't do it, y'all. Okay, it's sad when animals have more access to a more diverse array of reproductive health options than we do. Spay or noodle. I'm in with this real quick, ladies. We need to burn bras. We need to withhold sex. Okay, and here's when. If they refuse to wear a condom, if they refuse to wear a mask, if they tip shitty, hit them where it hurts. That's all I'm gonna say. Black Lives Matter. XOXO. Ira Clay gay.
Yeah.
Ira Clay gay. You heard her here. every Tuesday. She also has been helping me with Contagious. And a lot of people have been messaging me like, how can I get on your show? How can I
See,
get
there
on
I
your
am.
show? Come to the Backline, but also like come to Anarchy. And we added a thing to Contagious. If you come to this show and you watch this show, we do a lightning round at the end, depending on how many comedians show up for it. It could be like 3 minutes, 2 minutes, something like that. But like, I just want y'all to keep getting the practice, keep getting it out. Like the whole world is like, oh, like we're shut down, we're done, but like we're practicing, we're doing our bicep curls, you know. And anywho, come there. We like having the audience too. Thank you, Ira. You're very, very funny and helpful. One more round of applause for Ira.
Yeah.
Woo, go Ira.
I was going to try working on some accents, but then I remembered that I was so terrible at them. On deck is Angela. Our next comedian is from New York. Please put your hands together for Ralph Anthony.
Hey, yeah, here we are. We're doing it. Hell fucking yeah. All right, look at that. Too tall. What's up, girl? The best fucking name in here. Hey. Oh, man. Oh, guys, I'm feeling good. Feeling good. Want to let you know what's going on. I suffer from sleep apnea. You guys in here know what sleep apnea is? All right, cool. Some of you see some nods. Great.
Of course.
Yeah. Listen, if you're not familiar, sleep apnea is when you try to go to sleep and then your body tries to kill you. That's not what my doctor told me, but I read it on WebMD, so that seems pretty legit. It's embarrassing to be medically labeled a loser. Listen, sleeping is one of the most basic things anyone can do except for me. I'm so bad at sleeping that if it was a game that kids played in school, I would be picked last. My doctor told me that there's a test. Yeah, there's a test, and it's real. I didn't believe him. It sounded make-believe. It sounded like a make-believe test, like the SATs. But it's real, and did I pass? No, nope, not at all. Not even close. Failed it. I couldn't even get a 65 on my sleep test. Couldn't even get a D. I couldn't get a D because my apnea was giving me the D. It's terrible. It is fucking terrible. When I went for my test, they brought me into a room that looked like they picked it out of the Bates Motel. And when I looked up, as the nurse was hooking me up with more wires than they used to electrocute someone, she told me just to relax, told me just to calm down, stare up at the ceiling, just be at ease. And I looked up, and then I saw 3 separate cameras on me. 3 separate cameras, all pointing at the bed, right directly on me. And I said, "Excuse me, miss, first-time visitor, long-time sleeper, have some questions. Why are there 3 cameras on the wall staring at the bed?" And she said, "Oh, that's to watch you sleep." Want to watch me sleep? Okay. I feel like one camera to watch me sleep would suffice. 3 cameras? No, that makes it a sleeping fetish. That's not legit. That's not medical. No. Now I turned into some dude's fucking spank bank. Okay, because all I could picture was some 400-pound orderly waxing his carrot to me choking on my own breath. You guys have been great. Thank you so much.
Ralph Anthony, everybody, turning or the word spank. I like that word, or the pair of words together. Spank bank. Very fun. I like that.
Thank you.
Trying to hold this up. You know
I like your pink flamingo. That shit is dope.
Thanks.
Yo, is that the new mascot of the Backline or what?
No, for Christmas, my brother's like, "What do you want for Christmas?" And I was like, "I don't know, some silly hats or weird things to put on in the middle of my show when we're getting towards the end, you know?" And he's like, "I have just the thing." I think the
That's
key is to
awesome.
tilt your head this way, and then it doesn't flop the other way.
That's great.
Key to life is just to adapt to what you're dealt with, you know? Take what you got, adapt. Oh, and then be in the moment. A couple people hit on that tonight. Just be in the moment, be where you're at. Like if you start thinking about the future or the past, like just stop. Usually like the future's not even what you imagined, not even close, and then the past is like done anyway. So if you're just right here, like right where we're at, like it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier. On anywho. All right, Angela, you're next. AJ, you're on deck. Please put your hands together for the fabulous, the wonderful from Omaha, Angela. Now jokes.
Well, no jokes.
No
Meredith
jokes.
Forced it. It was not jokes. I'm wondering, like, sincerely, Ralph, if they've got to register as a pedophile while they're watching you sleep. Curious. So I'm a therapist, and I love my job. I'm not gonna lie. I'm basically a behaviorist specialist. I kind of figure out why other people do what behaviors they do. So those who can't behave, evaluate and teach. Gives me a little sugar to figure it all out, if you will. Something that, you know, normal people have, you know, like reactions to relationships. I have to pretend like I don't have them. I have to have, like, you know, a really strong and normal affect. And this is why you see in all these movies, like, oh, and how does that make you feel? I'm not saying that. Because when you tell me openly that, yeah, I got an STD with my new girlfriend, I just want to scream. So I'm like, okay, and did we talk to the person about it? Oh yeah, well, you know, if you don't have an STD at least once every 5 years, you're doing something wrong. No, you're not. You're not doing something wrong. Please don't give STDs, especially in Douglas County, where we're like the third largest STD place in the world. I think just the U.S. probably has some level.
Not my fault.
Also, I'd like to say that when I'm doing therapy, the other thing that I have to do is I have to come up with a plan of action for you. And I will tell you that I do watch Dr. Phil quite often to get my plans. Like, he's my mentor in that respect. Today I don't know if anybody watched it, but he basically said, I don't give a crap if you're uncomfortable. Yeah, I could never say that out loud to my clients. You know, they'd probably hit me, some of them anyway. So, I'd also like to say that I have a saying. It's somebody's. I stole it from somewhere. Imagine that. But spend your life doing strange things with weird people. I love you, weird people. You're my people. So I'm gonna give the time back to the room and bless y'all.
Woo! Yeah. Woo! Put your hands together to the weird people, Angela, and all of us. Thank you. Thank you. Speaking of weird, Miss Virginia, we're gonna sneak you in here. I think after Alicia. On deck is Alicia, our next comedian. He's from Bangor, Maine. He has nothing right now to promote, but he says just you wait. ... Please put your hands together right now for AJ Capuccio.
Hey guys. New Year means I can afford a calendar in 6 days. It also means a new edition of the Guinness Book of World Records, my favorite book from my childhood. AJ, did you go to the book fair? Yeah. Did you get a book? Uh-huh. A book you actually read? No, I got this big shiny thing with fat naked people and roller coasters in it. I suffered a personal loss in I'll give you a hint. I fit in quite well in Bangor, Maine. Yeah, I fell off my bike and I broke my teeth. I had a date with gravel. But look on the bright side, more room for cock.
Nice.
I got drilled by a tall, dark, handsome man. He was my oral surgeon. The embarrassment is amplified by how the oral ordeal unfolded. At least I was on a real mountain bike. My insurance wouldn't even cover if I fell off a Huffy. You know, fat tires, no kickstand, streamers on the handlebars. But I wasn't pulling any sweet tricks. I was just trying to turn on my headphones while I was coasting at a mild speed. Because I'll be gosh darn if I fall off my bike I'll be goddamn if I go a minute without listening to podcast, which I was. Pod Save America, but at what cost? I'll be getting a bridge implant as soon as I make an appointment with a dental civil engineer, and then we'll be back to and then as soon as I get that and the vaccine, I'll be unstoppable. I'll be going to all the sweaty, breezy mass gathering activities, and us the gays really like our mass gatherings, especially the guy who went to Fire Island with a pending COVID test. He's not invited to our post immunization suck and fuck. But I discovered the Wish shopping service. It brings the Malaysian warehouse to you. Over there, they have enough penis-shaped lipsticks and crack pipes to outfit every prostitute in the world, and they'll send some to you for a small shipping cost. By the time you receive your item, darn it, I don't have time to finish that. Try it. Thanks. I'll be in the lightning round.
Yeah.
That's so suspenseful, everyone. You must wait until that night lightning round, and then you will know the end of that joke, okay? Just wait. It'll happen. You don't know when, and he doesn't either. It'll be a really fun time for us. Thank you, AJ. Glad you're here. Bangor. Banger what? Anywho. On deck, we're gonna go Virginia and then Jay. But right now, from Huron or Huron, none of them are right. Oh, that's awesome. Please put your hands together right now for Alicia Rain.
Thank you guys. Thank you. Yep, it's from Zero Matters, South Dakota. Okay, it doesn't matter which town, they all are shitty. So, Ralph Anthony said the term waxing his carrot.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've ever heard that one, and I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
My favorite fun, sexy term is womb broomin'. That's my favorite term. I wanted to share that with everybody. Yeah, and I'm loving Brooke's flamingo hat. She looks like that weird thing from the Labyrinth, where it's like this weird creature and he's that talks on his head. Anyway, watch it or not. Who cares? I wrote a poem the other day, and it was very cool. But it's like very different because the last time I wrote a poem was when I was in high school. And I used to wear so much eyeliner, just like magic markered all the way around my eyes, that I got the nickname Raccoon. And it had nothing to do with the fact that I also had rabies. So back then, my poetry was a little different. Everything was shattered and broken, and there were a lot of synonyms for the word black, and just kind of like this Nietzsche influence, where one of my lines was, I looked into the abyss and I winked. Like, who did I think I was? So now, fast forward, like I work at a library, so my poetry is just a little bit different. So I'm gonna read you my poem. So super cool. Here it is. Shovel the sidewalk. Buy bread. Write a poem. You know what? I didn't write that poem. I needed to get around to doing it. But is not writing the poem actually the poem? Huh? Anyway, so I'm going to do a quick impression of the most famous pirate from fiction or nonfiction. This is my impression of the infamous Captain Hook from Neverland. Okay, Captain Hook. I can tell it's going to rain because my hook hand gets a little ache in it. That's my time. I'm Alicia Rain.
There's gonna be like just like a special of Alicia Rain impressions, and like it's just gonna bring so much joy to so many people. I love you. I love all your impressions. One more round of applause for Alicia. Woo! Making it rain. Ow! 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 Everybody put your social medias in the chat and put them on the live stream so that people can follow us. Even all the 500 some people that watch. Okay. Hi. On deck now is Virginia. On deck now is Jay. Our next comedian. She is all hearts and a lot of unicorn farts. Please put your hands together for Virginia Diaz Parker.
Woo! I made it. 2020 didn't take me under. It tried. It tried. It tried for a lot of us, but we're here now. So, woo! Did you guys figure it out that, you know what? I can spend the rest of my life being a shitty fucking person, or I can say, you know what? I'm going to be the best funny shitty fucking person. At least that gives positivity to somebody. But I can't. How can you be shitty when you're blessed? You know? I was talking with my kids. We always talk about, I guess sex in different periods of their lives because it's important. Their friends will teach them shit. It's all fucking off. Like the Playboy guy, I'm down with that. I had my birthday one I stole from my dad when I was 7 years old. I did the pictorial with my sister. We took DVD pictures. Well, not DVD. Polaroids back in the day. And my daddy found them. Now, remind you, I'm 7. My sister was 6. We took the pictures. We did the whole painting. So it was our idea. He had to burn those motherfuckers because he probably would have been serving some jail time. I mean, how do you explain 2 girls underage painting each other naked? Shit. So like with my kids, I'm usually like real quiet nowadays because they're older, 18, 20, 22. So, I can embarrass them like they used to be when they was young with knowledge, but now I want to hear what they got to say, because they talk a lot. If I shut the fuck up, I can hear it all. So I heard one of their friends talking about but kneeling, and then in my head it triggered. I'm like, when I was a little girl, I was kneeling and masturbating, but I didn't want to share that with the group, I guess some things don't change, right? And then the last time I was on your show, Miss Brooke and the crew, I talked about my love affair of all things wood, but it's hardwood. But there is complete 100% truth to it. So I found out that there's an actual thing that you can have a fetish for wood, and it's called xylophilia. Like a xylophone. I'm like, no. It has to be firm, weight bearing, not xylophone. No marimba.
Xylophone.
You just kind of sit on it. I'm lazy. I got a new hutch. for free. Guess what's the first thing I did, and I got busted doing it. I pushed down on it, like, see how weight bearing it was. It was real good. It can handle 3 spins, easy. I think I got my new piece of furniture over here. Wow.
That was Miss Virginia Diaz Harper. You will see a little bit more in the lightning round, which is coming up pretty soon. Pretty soon. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 3 is 15, and then a lightning round. No biggie. We got this. Just so much fun. Just so much fun. Y'all have been killing it. This has been a really, really fun night. All right, on deck is I need to cross out a couple people. On deck now is Lolita, our next comedian. It's his first time ever being here, but pretty sure he's a member of the Sauce in the City crew, so he's gonna be probably hilarious and probably really rad. No pressure, just be you. Please put your hands together right now for Jake Coldwater.
Oh, the pressure, the pressure. So I'm Jay Coldwater. I am part of that Sauce in the City crew, gang. I'm a free agent though, still. So I'm a free agent. So I'm taking all checks. Just let you guys know. I'm taking all checks. How about this COVID thing? Are we tired of wearing masks? I sleep with mine. I sleep with mine right now because I'm tired of like forgetting it. I'm tired of getting all the way to 7-Eleven, getting to the door and touching the handle and saying, "Damn it!" It's my mantra. Damn it! I got to go back to the car, and heaven forbid if it's not in the car. Now me and my car are gonna have a fight because it's my car's fault that my mask is not in there. I've got issues. I'm fully medicated for it. Don't worry about it. It's cool. I've realized something. So folks, it's 2021, and everybody we were just so happy. We were so happy. We was like, yeah, 2020 is over. All the bullshit's done. We can go live our lives now in 2021. And I turned on the news. Nope. 2021 off top. Dogs dying from dog food. You can't even feed your dogs in 2021 because dog food is killing your dogs. Google that. No, that's real. I'm not even trying to just be mean. That's real. I spent 20 minutes the other day on my phone Googling which dog foods I can't give my dog. It's a short list, thank God, but I couldn't make a decision. So which spiked up my ADD, which then spiked up my other little anxieties I have and my stresses and everything. So then after the 20 minutes of figuring out which dog food to get, I spent another 20 minutes crying because I couldn't understand why I couldn't figure out which dog food to get, that's man shit. Don't worry about that, ladies. That's man stuff. It happens to everyone when they're, when they have ED. I don't have ED, but that's, I worry about that. So once again, when I'm done with this, it's 20 minutes of crying. But anyhow, 2021, I'm going to be thinking differently. I'm kind of contemplating what it would be like to be a bad bitch. I would like to see how it would be to be a bad bitch. Be thinking about all things I would need to have, all the bad bitch accoutrements, Nissan Sentra or Altima or a Maxima, something in the Nissan family, a really nice purse, a Gucci, Louis Vuitton, a Birkin bag, and definitely a big ass house, like 5-bedroom, 2-bath type of joint with a big yard and everything. Because one day I'm going to find out one guy that's going to complete me. But I'm gonna be a bad bitch though. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna be, if you can see, I'm a big guy, so I'm gonna be thick, right? I'm gonna be thick, THICC, thick. I'm gonna be thick. So I'll be in the gym, 1,000 crunches a night. Keep that ass high and tight. You know what I mean? Bad bitch shit. I'm Jay Coldwater. Follow me on everything for the rest of my bad bitch isms, and thank you for the time.
Okay, cool. That was really fun. Thank you, Jay.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll have a lightning round. We'll get a whole nother minute of that awesome. I don't have copyright, so I'm just dancing to my own beat. We're having so much fun. I don't want it to be done. So I'll just take my sweet time. I'm just kidding. We're gonna keep going. Annalise, you are on deck. Our next comedian. She is from the Bay Area. Extra AF Comedy Hour on January 7th. Please put your hands together for Lolita D.
Yeah.
Hey everyone. I was at a mic earlier and my internet was slow because I'll tell you why in a second. And so like people laughed like about 15 seconds after the punchline. It was very disconcerting. So just laugh all the time. Okay, it makes me feel better. Is it good? Am I lagging? Am I okay? Thumbs up. Brooke?
Oh yeah.
I'm okay. All right, good. So my son, who's 14, recently asked me, he asked me this, Mom, if I become a Trump supporter, will you still love me? Like, oh, honey, that keeps you up at night. Like, it's, you should try masturbation. But I said, I'm a good mother. So I said, of course I would still love you. I'd have to kill you.
All good mothers lie to their
But
kids.
I'd make it quick, because I love you. Yeah. So tomorrow, the new president is going to get confirmed, right? And the old president, Trump, still has not accepted the result. I think that Trump's relationship to reality is the same as my grandma's. She's still secretly hoping I'm straight. So I did become a US citizen last year. Woot woot.
Yeah.
I know. And the most shocking thing was that when I found out that the country that produced the Republican Party has an entrance exam. They made me sit a test, is what I'm saying. Okay, you don't think that's confusing? Okay.
Citizen.
Let me give you my take on the Constitution. We found out, right, recently, the past 4 years, the Constitution is not as foolproof as we had thought. Shockingly, for a document created by slaveholders. Who saw that one coming? It makes sense to me. It makes sense to me that the Constitution is a flawed document because it was written by white men with a lot of privilege, a lot of big words, and not so many good ideas. What I'm saying is that the United States Constitution was essentially written by the 1787 version of Russell Brand. Okay, well, we'll just keep going with this. My son got a truancy warning. He got a truancy warning, and I find that's kind of amazing because he's not actually in school, right? It's all virtual. He still managed to get a truancy warning. And I asked him why that was. He said, it's because I don't put my camera on. I said, why don't you put your camera on? He said, I don't want to show you my room. So then I wanted to see his room, and he said, don't worry, it's not like I'm watching porn all day. This is how I found out that he watches porn all day. And that explains my internet connection. Okay, there's my 3 minutes. Thank you.
That was Lolita. If you wanted to hear a little bit more, she was actually on New Year's Day, and you can still watch it on the Backline. You just go under videos, and then you can go down and be like, oh, open mic, Contagious, some improv shows, open mic, Contagious, some improv shows. And then, yeah, on New Year's Day, that was a fun show. That was such a fun show. If any of you come to it and watch the whole thing, you can jump in on a lightning round at the end. You get to do a couple minutes for the audience. It's really fun. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Okay. Nick, you are on deck. Our next comedian, she's from Omaha. She said love, peace, and 69. Nice. Please put your hands together right now for Annalise Wright.
Thank you so much, Brooke. Thank you. So I had some friends recently ask me, like, what do I use for my skin? Because they were like, oh, that looks great. As a single mom, the cream I use on my face is called oil of. Oh, I am late. I'm running out the door because I don't really get time to put cream on my face. Anyway, I'm running late even to this mic because my kids wouldn't go to bed. They said they were thirsty. Yeah, that is the worst thirst trap ever. Ugh. So my kids have been thirsty since they're born. They were breastfed, which is great because it made me into a lingerie model. I went from A cup and fully clothed to D cup and half naked all the time. The one problem with that is that they had a strong sucking reflex. So I got hickeys, but it was okay because you can talk about whatever a baby does and it's PC. Like, I can talk about, you know, when a baby poops, throws up, or loses its shit. You know, like if I get pulled over, I can say, officer, I was speeding because my baby had a poopy diaper. My baby needs a change, and we need to go home to nurse. But why can't you say these things about, you know, grown men? It should be perfectly acceptable if you get pulled over to say, officer, I was speeding because my boyfriend has poopy pants, needs a change, and wants to go home to suck on my nipples. Because it's true. Like, why can't we just be honest about this shit?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll leave you with this one. So I've been watching too much stuff on the internet lately. I watched this video called Pole Dancing for Jesus. It's this lady who's pole dancing in front of a church. Old people, young people. Yeah. So that made me wonder, like, what do they believe at this church? Do they believe that the Holy Trinity is the ultimate threesome? Do they believe that the burning bush is herpes? Do they believe that Jesus wasn't supposed to die on the cross? It was just a little late bondage, but Jesus forgot for 3 days. It's okay. He rose again. All right. Thank you guys so much. You've been great.
Hi, Annalise. You did great.
That was Annalise. You can catch her here every week. She too here has been coming, I think, every week since March. And if you go back and watch, she just keeps getting better and better and better and better. Lightning round's coming soon. Tyler, you are on deck. You are our headliner. Our next comedian's from Chicago. We are going to have a special show called Sets on Valentine's Day, not during the date night time, like during the afternoon, you know, where you're sad and thinking about all the candy you're going to buy the next day. Yeah. Please put your hands together right now for Nick Lindemann.
Well, nice to be here. Thank you very much. Gary, I'm glad you're still here. There actually was a brief time in the early aughts where I had my own apartment and a subscription to Playboy. Like, there was a time in this country where that was like a respectable pervert's like expected monthly consumption of pornography. It was bleak times, I've got to say. We've come a long way. I'm proud of us as the nation. About the pornography, everything else is a dumpster fire, but we've really come a long way with the porn thing. I also have moved over. We're gonna do a little behind the music set for a second. I got a different table. I don't think I like it. I think I'll probably move back over to this chair, right over to my right next time. A little bit too much glare from the TV. My roommate's looking at me like I'm a fucking idiot right now. Because we're at this part of the set, but what are they? It's the first set of the year. Kicking it off right with just some filler bullshit. 2021. 2021. Remember Girls Gone Wild? People would pay for a VHS tape of some drunk girls that got talked into lifting their shirts up, basically. That's all it was. And that was somehow not assault in 2002. It was fucking ridiculous. Like, even back then, it was pretty dicey. I think that guy might have gone to jail. I have no idea. More filler. Isn't this fun, everyone? Filler shit. All right. Also, went through the Rolodex, went through the list, pulled out a joke from a while ago. I still think it's a pretty good one. So this one, I was driving around the other day, and I passed by a U-Haul truck, and they usually have like the exotic places, the places you want to visit. But this one had like customers, and it said, "Would you like your face on the side of a U-Haul?" No. absolutely fucking not. That's the last thing in the world I want. Why would I want that? Like, none of those people look happy. Like, they didn't win money at a casino. Like, they all settled. Like, I got 10 free boxes, the small kind. All I had to do was sell my name and likeness to a multinational corporation in perpetuity forever and ever and ever. U-Haul, because movers are fucking expensive. I timed that poorly because I timed it on my timer, which is a little second behind. So now we're into more filler because I'm going to use the full 3 minutes because no one went over yet. So I've got a full 3 minutes. Once again, Valentine's Day, the afternoon time, the sad part, not the date night fun part, doing a swap the set mic. That'll be great. And that's all the filler I'm going to do. This has been great. Thanks for putting up with me. Brooke, thank you very much. Everything. Thank you.
Thanks for putting up with me, he says. You're delightful and so funny and nice. Please put your hands together for Nick Lindemann. One of the comedians from Chicago, met at the very beginning of quarantine. He's been coming to the Backline. We see him not all the time at Anarchy because it's late, but Contagious a lot of times. It's really, really cool. Haven't met in real life yet, but soon. Let's see. Okay, we have one more, and then we have lightning round. Lightning round, you need to have 1 more minute. When you get spotlit, it's your time. Like, that's your time. You don't get any kind of intro. Like, as soon as it's here, that's your minute. It's wild. It's fun. Please put your hands together right now for Tyler Weisler.
Yeah. Wow. I gotta tell you, Brooke, if this is what it takes to be a headliner, I'll tell my uncle that he has to eat beef ravioli and have to take massive shit every time right before Anarchy. That's what I was doing. I sent Brooke a message. I sent Brooke a message over the Zoom, or not over the Zoom, but over the Facebook Live, and I'm like, "Hey, I got a family emergency." It turns out the family emergency is my uncle really had to take a shit, and he's got myotonic muscular dystrophy, and he can't move around really on his own. So I spent the entire time over at my uncle's, peeking from the bathroom to the open mic. Bathroom to the open mic. And so I really didn't want to miss the first open mic of 2021 because this has been a really good thing for me, being here, meeting all these amazing comedians from all over the place. Did anybody else do a double take on like their e-calendars, like on their phones or their computers, to make sure that it really was going to be 2021? I swear to God, I went to every single one of my electronics just to make sure that we weren't going to get fucking sucked into the twilight zone again of 2020. And to top off the night, I decided I would ask Alexa just to be sure, because I was like, if anybody's going to be right, it's going to be Alexa. So I said, Alexa, what is today's date? And she said, today's date is January 1st, 2021. And I'd been drinking a little bit. I had a couple bottles of champagne, and, you know, I decided, you know, I was going to be a little belligerent with Alexa. I was like, don't fuck with me. Alexa, what is today's date? And she told me again. I love it how, like, we can be belligerent to our electronics. Like, we could be like, you fucking piece of shit. I'll kill you. And nobody sends us to jail for it, right? Nobody sends us, like, to mental institutions or anything like that. I remember my phone really sucks. My wife has a much better phone than I do, and my phone has like maybe like 16 gigs of memory, so I'm like constantly having to delete apps and shit. And I had to delete a most recent app that I really didn't want to, and I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, this fucking piece of shit, you fucking suck, I fucking hate you. And my wife looked at me and she's like, well, if that's how you feel, she threw a ring at me and she locked herself in the bedroom. So I spent the next 2 hours of my life professing my undying love to my wife when she knows so much that I would never say anything like that to her face. So that's all I got, guys. This has been great. Glad to headline. Let's get to the lightning round.
Yeah.
2021 will show you how it's done. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have a minute, and that is just 1 minute. Anywho, you ready? You ready for a lightning round? It could be your turn now. You look like you're ready. I want someone distracted. Who looks distracted? You all look ready. Damn it. All right. Lightning round on your marks. Get set. Go.
I'm always first. Anyway. I think Ira was talking about withholding sex and how women should withhold sex, but I think men can also withhold sex too, especially from racist people. Like if I'm on a date with someone and you say, "Man, I really do like the police," I'm gonna ask you if you have a ride home. I'm gonna leave. You ain't getting no dick if you like the cops. Not about that. There's a rule about sticking your dick in crazy, and it's not.
Hi.
It's juicy. Don't stick your dick in crazy. I'm not gonna. If you're fucking racist,
Enter at your own risk.
do that shit. Don't fuck racist people, man. All right, that's all I got.
Oh.
You know, fuck being clean right now. Hey guys, you know, I'm a nice guy. I want to take you on a ride. I'll hop on from behind. Where we go, you decide. I want a scooter to your cooter, girl. Oh yeah. I want a scooter to your cooter, girl. Oh yeah. I want a scooter to your cooter. Then I'll scoot to that toot. I want a scooter to your cooter, girl. Y'all have a good night.
I feel so violated right now. I gotta go buy me a scooter. I'm gonna go buy me a scooter tonight. Oh wow, to the cooter, man. Yeah. So I'm a bartender, and the other day in a gambling hall, and lady comes to me and she's like, hurry and cash me out because my boyfriend's gonna catch me in here. He's gonna kick my ass. So I'm like, girl, yeah, cash out. Hurry up, get up out of here because I don't need to see that shit, you know. And when the dude shows up, the guy's like, he's another like a little girl version of her. So I said to myself, women, if your dude is smaller than you, don't let him hit on you. Beat him up. Last someplace. And another thing, if your dude got a weird walk, like a short arm or one eye, don't let him beat on you. Don't be domestic violence by a handicapped person is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Don't let handicapped people beat you.
Okay.
I'm good.
Hit him up.
Getting old is not for sissies. Now that I am the same age as Brooke's favorite number, 99, every week is a new physical malady or a huge mental gaffe. I love eating breakfast at the Frying Pan restaurant in Fargo. Pre-pandemic, I would meet 3 friends every Monday for breakfast. Yesterday, I summoned the courage to return by myself with a private table. Everything was perfect until I got home and could not find my glasses. I returned to the Frying Pan where Pat, the manager, was at the front door. Hey, Pat, did you happen to find the glasses I left here? He gave me a long, quizzical look before he said, Gary, would those be the glasses on top of your head? Oh, shit. Old is not for sissies. Good night.
No, okay. Thank you, Mark.
So unlike Ian, I actually had sex with a racist person, all right? And it wasn't the racism between black and white people, okay? I didn't discover true racism until I dated a Puerto Rican guy. And at that point, that's when I found out how much Puerto Ricans hate Mexicans. Little do they know, the rest of the United States can't tell them apart, okay? And he had the nerve to call me an alcoholic. I had to set the record straight. First of all, alcoholics go to meetings and I go to parties. It's a difference. I'm gonna get a time back rest to the room, y'all.
Oh, fantastic. Right. All right, here we go. We're going into deeper territory, which means I'm gonna have a dark side now. Okay. So my deadbeat father is getting married soon. So I thought I'd write him a little letter. And it says this: Dad, on your happiest day of your life, I must confess one thing. I fucked your wife. Have a good life. Like, come on, he's a bastard. Like, I'm gonna stop having a dark side now because it makes me feel slightly horny.
Oh boy. And check.
I'm going to spend the next 15 seconds talking about my comedic obsession with my mother. You call it people call it a comedic obsession. I call it masturbating. Anyway, back to the room.
My son is currently in virtual school. It is called that because they do virtually nothing all day. When I got his truancy notice, I also got his report card. It was not good, but I'm pleased to report that my son's average grade is the same as my favorite cup size. D. You're a bunch of losers. I have to explain that joke, really. Who's into an A cup? Seriously. I'm a B. Okay, quickly. I have a thing for younger women. I get that from my father. I do, yeah. The thing I did not get from my father was his money because that went to his much younger wife. So there you go.
How did I know this bitch was gonna clump the gays together talking about Of course. Of course. Well, I'm gonna keep on the rant about it. Here's some shit I hate. Guns. They're stupid. A vast majority of people who have them shouldn't have them. Why? They're in the shape of dicks, and a bunch of motherfuckers have them who don't have a dick, so they just like to stroke this instead, and they walk around with it proud, showing because they ain't got nothing but an eenie. Eenie. Okay, another thing, donuts, especially cream-filled ones. Who likes those? Piggies, nobody, nothing. They're nasty. They squirts out and it's gross. And side note, one of my old screen names was Crunk14 Christ. What the fuck?
Oh shit. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I work at a coffee shop, and my coworker, we like to see like older people come in, and we like to see if, like, ask each other if they were hot back in their days. They'd be like, "You think you would fuck her back in her days?" And it's been pretty interesting because I just like sit across the street from like retirement homes now, and you just hear me say, "Miss Maybelline, I see you," and that's all I do. I just be like, "Miss Maybelline, I see you, baby." Shake that. I used to do like community service at an old folks home, and they were like all out of it. They were just happy to be drumming on something, and I would just be like sitting there like, man, I wonder if I could have been able to hit that back in my days. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'll be thinking all weirdly, bro. Anyway, that's all my time. Man. Thank you so much. That's it, man.
So I had a whimsy, smoker's whimsy, the other day, and I got to thinking about all the people who work in the adult entertainment industry, the strippers of the world and the porn stars of the world and stuff like that, and you're seeing a lot of them during this time because they're not being able to work. They're spreading out on OnlyFans, and it's giving the people the opportunity to connect with them on a personal level, so to speak, if you can really be personal with somebody via phone screen. But I got to thinking about what it would be like to be invited to an OnlyFans bachelor party. Like there would be tablets set up in each room, and each guy would have to have a credit card ready in hand to see different women. So that's all I got.
Brian, can I have your credit card? I want to go into a room and look at some guys and girls. Hey, you twirl around and bounce. I love big D's too. Yeah, you. What's your app? What's your number? I got some dollars, some bits. Well, I don't got bits. My daddy got bits. Oh my God. That's the oldest thing. People are still paying for affection. Damn it. I gave it for free. I didn't give a fuck. I gave a fuck. I gave a lot of fuck. I gave a shit ton of fuck. I cared for so much dick. Dick needed love too.
Brooke is such a hilarious comic. So silly, so sweet. Sometimes dark. Not really dark jokes. It's more the Jodi Arias style handstands on the wall. Brooke also seems so friendly and kind that even if you only 69 with her for 5 minutes, she will heart the post when you tell displaced comedians it was a tight 20. Brooke has a classic, intelligent look, like a hot college chick that all the guys have a crush on. And by guys, of course, I mean 50-year-old open mic comics in Nebraska. Thank you. I thought that would be
That's fucking awesome. Fucking Kirk.
Okay. So I usually take this 1 minute to answer my own questions because I never do it on my own timeline. I ran across this one that said, if they put your sexual abilities in a bottle to sell, what would you name it? Now, I've been sitting here for the last 15 minutes deciding what I'm going to name it, and I'm going to name it Do You. Now, the reason I'm going to name it Do You is because the more you do you, the more my sex drive goes up, the more my abilities go up. If you're doing you at McDonald's, not so much. You doing you at a corporate job, a little bit more of the WAP coming along. But now if you're doing you in comedy, my panties are in the air. And I call it Do You because if it all doesn't work out, you do you and I'ma do me.
Oh, hey. So, little facts about me: my ability to sing is limited by my kids yelling, "Stop, Mom!" So anyway, I'm not really that good at it. I tried out for musical theater productions where I grew up. I could never get the part. I kept on trying until this one time I got a part in a play, and I didn't know what it was going to be about. But then we started singing the music, and I was like, oh, shit. I'll share a couple lyrics with you. One song talks about born into fire of a meteor's brand, talking about Nebraska, cooled and gentle by the Pawnee's hand, raised to the ruggedness of a migrant band with blood on the wagons that are pushed by hand. genocide. Great. We're killing the Native Americans. Okay, great. Awesome play. Then another song talked about how everybody in Tennessee is identical cousins. Yeah, awkward as heck. Anyway, that's it for me.
Be careful what you wish for. By the time you receive your item, you'll be like, oh, there's that phone case that doubles as a sex toy I ordered 127 days ago. Call me. I have on vibrate. People who work on oil rigs curse a lot. That's why it's crude oil. After considering the names Game Lad, Playboy, and Small Child I Conceal and Play With, Nintendo decided on the name Game Boy. I'm a roller coaster enthusiast. I watch construction updates on YouTube. Look, the supports are erect, and so am I. People are such sheep. They get their information from Facebook and Twitter. I have a parlor. It's where I sit and watch Rachel Maddow. Oh.
I know. Some different ways that I've broken bones. I was a cheerleader and we were practicing and I decided to try to de-pants Kendra and then she broke, I think, my pinky finger. Yeah, see, it's still not straight. I don't think I am either. It's okay, it's good. It's fun. Also, I was trying to learn how to do back handsprings and I broke my thumb doing that. I broke my nose. I had mono. I was staring in the mirror and I grabbed the door and I turned my head and I cracked the door on the side of my face. That's how I broke my own nose. I also broke my nose 2 more times in cheerleading. It was Jenny Keneally, threw her really, really high up in the air and then she fell down and hit me in the face twice, really, really hard. I had to have surgery. And my mom's like, can you make it straight? Can you make it smaller? And it's still not straight. Okay. Woo, woo, woo.
So I was perusing Facebook where I get all my credible information, and I saw a story that said they found the oldest Yo Mama joke in the world. It was 1500 BC, a Babylonian tablet, and it says, "Your mother is by the one who has intercourse with her. Who is it?" The answer has sadly been lost to history, and so because of that, I finally found out the best Yo Mama joke in the world, according to me. Here it goes. Yo Mama is like a hockey player. She showers after 3 periods. First heard that joke when I was about 11 years old. Nothing at all about either the rules of hockey or female anatomy, but I immediately knew that was gold. I've been holding it on, and tonight was the night to try it out. I'm glad you all were here. Thank you very much.
Woo, 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 woo. I believe that was everyone. I'm going to double check. I'm going to look through the row 1. Good. Row 2. Good. Row 3. Good. Row 4. Good. My gosh, this has been a really, really fun night. If you've watched the whole time, you're welcome. You're welcome. I did all of this for free. If you want, I'm at Brooklyn. If you want on Venmo, you could give me $1 or something for all the lovely energy I gave you this evening. No worries. I figure karma, like someday I'll have Oprah money. I might get it some other way. We're here every Tuesday. I put the post for the signups on Saturday morning. So if you want to be on this open mic, you sign up on Saturday mornings. Thank you. I'm Brooke. You have a wonderful evening. Good night.